I know what this is. It's the Issue Talk. Let's go!
the deal, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, children and babies, dogs and cats? I would like to welcome you to another episode of the Ish That We Talk. I am sitting outside, and it's so funny that I was trying to give an intro to this song, and a bird just literally came through and shit on my car. Mm, mm,
Oh
mm,
wow.
mm. In real time. I just watched him do it.
Right.
Oh man. Well, that's what's going on with my day, ladies and
Right.
gentlemen. I'm, I'm going to introduce to you the person that pushes all the bells and whistles, the amazing woman that she is. Without her, we would not have this show. Why do I say that all the time? Because it's absolutely truthful. The queen, the dominatrix, the bad MO that makes this pop. Everybody give a round of applause for Lindsay.
Hello everyone. How's it going?
All right, all right, all right, all right. Yes. And again, this is the Ish We Talk, people. You can find us on Amazon Podcasts, um, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now we're on Twitch. And then here comes the guy on the motorcycle. All right, okay.
Yeah.
That was fine. Only thing I will say is I'm glad that he was playing Little Baby, because
Yeah.
I can get past that. It would have been crazy if he was playing the intro to Love's Train, because that shit is so loud on a motorcycle.
It really is. And it seemed like all the OGs that got Harley Davidson's play that song.
Man, all you hear
Yeah.
is boo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. You don't even hear it. You don't hear the motorcycle or see it. But you hear that song 3 blocks up the way.
Yeah. Right. Right. I used to have a oh wow.
What just happened?
Oh wow. Okay, note to self. Whenever we make it big, don't fuck with Tasha K. All right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What happened?
Ooh, okay, so um, something's going on. Um, okay. If anybody has watched Tasha K over the years, she used to have a mentee. His name is Storm Monroe. Over the years, they have parted ways, and he did a video as to why. I really don't remember why. It really wasn't that big of a deal to me as to why or whatever. But it's been like a year or two, maybe even more since they parted ways. Well, people have always questioned his sexuality, and he's kind of left it up in the air. But then he finally came out and said that he actually is in fact straight. He has said that he does have an OnlyFans, um, and that he likes um, I guess sex, like he likes exhibitionist sex, like out in the open and shit like that or whatever. Never really dived into that part of him. I just like his YouTube channel. I don't partake in the other stuff. Um, hey Seven.
What's good with it? How y'all doing?
What up, what
All
up, what up,
right.
Seven?
So apparently like I just went on Twitter just to like share the link, and Tasha K post popped up, and she got pictures of him that looks like it's from his OnlyFans, and he's playing with a I don't know what it's called, um but it's something to pleasure himself, and it's like it's 4 screenshots. But she says, I have an ex mentee who's a gay, fast talking spiritual powderhead, and an ex mentee that doesn't know if he likes man or woman. So he prefers to just fuck himself and sneak famous pastors in through the back door of his building on burner phones while screaming free R. Kelly. So he play in ass when it gets out. Stream Barbie World. And then she got these 4 screenshots of him with some, I don't know what it's called, but you put it on yourself when you're a man,
Mm-hmm.
the job done, and it's like, I guess it's battery operated.
Okay. They do have those things. I've seen
Yeah,
those.
yeah. I guess like it's supposed to look like a mouth.
Yeah.
I'm not showing the picture, so yeah.
Okay.
But she got pictures of him using it. Yeah. So yeah. Word to the wise, don't fuck with Tasha K.
That don't but that don't make him gay though.
Well, that's why I said what I said. I was like, he's been going back and forth. I like people have been going back and forth with him on if he is or isn't, and he's kind of like the mystery of it all. But he finally came out and said, "Yeah, no, I'm actually straight." You know, but
Why do you have to come out and say you straight?
But
because
Ain't
he's been
straight
quiet
the,
about his sexuality for
isn't
years.
straight the default?
I don't know nowadays because people be trying to clock people. So like if you try to clock somebody,
Mm.
and you're not in fact what they're trying to clock you as, you do have to come out and say you're straight. You know what I mean?
Man, it sound good.
I
Yeah,
just think it was
it sounds real good.
I just think it would speak for itself. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I would ever have to have somebody question my sexuality at this point in life. Like I don't
Well, I mean, you're not him. So
yeah.
there's nothing about you that says. But I'm saying like there's nothing about you that says you're nothing other.
You froze, cuz.
She froze up. What was she?
She was going hopefully she was saying, it's I don't my representation shows that I don't I don't partake in those type of activities.
I hope not.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I hope so. Yeah, my demeanor should let people know exactly who I am, so I don't have to say it. But again, I don't even know who this guy is. So
Well, I
maybe
didn't catch the beginning of it. Who's the guy?
some guy that this chick Tasha K used to fuck with, not fuck with like that, but I guess had was on the show with her
Yeah.
or what have you, and they parted ways and. They was on the show. They used to question his sexuality, so he had to come out and say he was straight, which is weird because I wouldn't have.
Yeah. I never heard nothing like that.
I would have just easily, as soon as somebody said some weird shit like that, I'd be like, "Man, are you fucking serious?" And I would have moved on. It would have never been a thing.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. But so Tasha K got all this background info about him and all this other humana.
Yeah, all this old egg, he fucking mouth machines all on his OnlyFans. I mean, hey, listen, if that's how you getting paid, that's how you getting paid. I don't knock nobody for how they make their money, man.
Man, I guess.
Okay,
No, I'm
guys,
with
we
you.
are
I'm with
having
you
a
on
bit
that.
of a technical difficulty right now.
Yeah, same here. I apologize for my tardiness as well.
Oh, yeah, you all good. Everybody's all
Let's
good.
see.
These things happen.
Yes, sir.
The interwebs are very fickle.
Mm-hmm. That's facts.
What's been going on? Would you say in bed every day been coaching?
What'd you say, Lee?
I said, shit, what's been going on with you, bro? Everything been kosher?
Oh, dude. So we've been out working at it with this this yard work we was doing, this fence we've been putting up. We wifey got a little excited and saw this show. So I can't even remember what the show is, but some show where they like trick out your backyard and all this good stuff. And she kept looking at this fence like, man, I want that fence. I want a fence like that. I want that fence. So I'm like, okay, we could do a new fence because our crib is black and gray, but we got a white picket, we had a white picket fence all around it, plastic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, that don't match anyway. So let's go ahead and do something else. And the fence that she liked was like wood, horizontal panels, and then it had metal posts. So I'm calling around and trying to figure who I can get to help us out, work it out. You know what I'm saying? Who can get it for us and all that. Nobody in America that we talked to had it. We tried some people in the UK who had it. They didn't even return our calls or emails. So I was like, all right, well, that's what it is. Bam. So I just went ahead and hopped on Alibaba and I hollered at some people in China. And people in China was talking like they could do it for about $7,000 or whatever to get it over here. I'm like, all right, cool, $7,000. I measured the whole thing and all that stuff. They was like, okay, cool. So we got that shipped over here and ended up costing like about 10 with taxes and shipping fees and all that other stuff. But still, when I asked anybody here in America if they could even find something like that, they was like, it was gonna cost about 14 to 16 grand just for the fence, not even for the work. So I'm like, you know what? Let me Google how to put up a damn fence. so I did that, figured it out, and so I ordered the fence, got it over here, called up some in-laws and all that stuff, some of my homies, and yeah, that's what we've been on. So my technical issue today is I'm dehydrated like a mug, so my hand keep on cramping up.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it keep on cramping up. It's wild. I ain't never had this before, and I played ball for a couple of years. I ain't never been like this before.
Yeah, that shit'll do it. My shit, my left hand to do that shit, man. My shit'll just lock up.
Like it like pulls in like that.
Yeah,
you know it look all retarded, and I'm like, what are you doing? I don't know if I'm supposed to say that word. It looked messed up. No, I'm supposed to be like, you can't say that online.
Yeah, my shit. Yeah, that shit started like a year ago, and yeah, that's what they said is because you dehydrated.
I must be hella dehydrated.
Yeah, you be dehydrated, and so you working that little muscle, and it's like a little pocket in there because it's almost like carpal tunnel, so it's like a little pocket in there, and so once your nerve slips down in there, it just automatically cramps up, and then it'll slowly work itself out.
Dude, I get that. So wild shit. I used to get that if I was rolling up, I used to smoke. So when I be rolling up, same thing. As soon as I get to about right here, that same thing will happen right here in my hand. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, my whole hand stuck looking like this and shit on some Martin. Ah, damn. See, he was about to do it just now. Looking like some shit off a Martin episode or some shit.
Yeah, you gotta stop playing with that motherfucker. That motherfucker do it. Okay. I used to do that shit every time. Like if I drunk all night and tried to work out in the morning, my shit would definitely lock up.
Oh yeah. Alcohol will definitely dry you out.
All right, can y'all hear me, guys?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm having a bit of technical difficulty apparently, and once that start happening while we're live,
right.
Sorry guys, but yeah. So kind of got a little distracted there, but yeah. Note to self: don't fuck with Tasha K.
Nah. I mean, she still owe Cardi that money though.
Yeah, and she's gonna continue to owe Cardi that money because she filed bankruptcy.
She tried to file bankruptcy. Yeah, I was about to say she tried to file bankruptcy because her YouTube checks was getting garnished.
Damn.
But they was like, nah, ho, we know where you at. We know how that money work. We'll take that.
Well, I'd be so mad if we start making.
Yeah, and then she hiding money. So.
Yeah, I'd be so mad we start making YouTube money and they garnish my shit. I'd be like, man, y'all got me fucked up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. She owe like 4 million. They got like 10,000.
Ooh,
Yeah,
4
but
million.
And that's wild. I mean, so basically, it's like she would be working for free for real because she only pulled from the numbers I saw when I looked at some of her analytics. Like she makes about maybe somewhere close to about $1 million a year. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, she can pay it off, but it's like if you ain't even trying, yeah. I know you don't want nobody to come after that. Come after that
I
internet
mean,
money.
I'm not mad at her.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not mad at her.
You ain't
Like,
mad
I
at
would be
who?
trying to figure
Tasha
out ways to
or
not pay
Cardi?
her.
Oh, I mean,
I'm not
listen,
mad at
defamation
Tasha.
is a mug.
Like, yeah.
Defamation is a
No, I
mug.
mean,
So
as far as the case is concerned, like that girl asked you to take that damn video down. You should have took the video down. Like, so you wouldn't even been in this mess. But I understand in the same breath the realm that she works in, and I understand the
right.
fight. However, Cardi had a good case, and she won. But if I lost the case, I would be doing some of the shit Tasha's doing too, like hiding money, filing for bankruptcy, playing around. I probably wouldn't be taunting her, but I would be like trying to hide money. I would be trying to figure out ways not to pay her. But you don't need this money. You obviously don't need this money, so you can wait on it.
I mean, maybe she do. And that was another thing I heard Tasha K say. I mean, speaking of taunting,
That's what
she
some
was
people
like,
were saying.
she was like, she must be broke. That's why she need this money. Like, personally, I want all the money that's owed to me. Anybody who owe me money, I want that money. Like, I don't care if it's $5. If it's $5, I want that money.
Facts.
You owe me $5. Been owing me $5 for 20 years. Yep, I want that $5 with interest now. Quit playing.
Yeah.
Nigga owe you $5
on
for
the
20
other hand,
years,
absolutely.
man. That's $5,000 he owe you when he see you.
Something like that.
And I want it. Right.
Compound interest is a mug.
Man.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't be understand. And then all of a sudden that $5 is funky as hell. Like, here's your little funky $5.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't funky when you beg for it. Fuck you mean?
Right.
Hey,
exactly.
Seven.
You pleaded your case. Oh my God, I got to do this. I got to do that. Can I just
Lindsay will attest to
$5?
this. Lindsay will attest to this. I said this on a podcast before, and this is the honest to God truth. Man, when I was a kid, my uncle told me, if you ever give somebody money and they say it's funky, then you kick they funky ass. It's simple as that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Straight up.
Because if that $20 is funky, nigga, your funky ass wanted that $20. You whoop they funky ass for that.
Phew. I mean, that sound like that do sound like some real shit. I mean, to me, that kind of make a little bit of sense. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense to me. But that was a total left that I didn't see coming.
Yeah.
But as far as the topics are
concerned, what's being said don't need to be said.
Right.
After that old Tasha K debacle, me and Seven basically been just slapping this shit down like, hey, yeah, ain't nobody gonna play us like that.
Nah.
Right.
Nah, we gonna talk.
Yeah.
We gonna talk. I got somebody. You know what? Speaking of which, not to kind of hijack the thing, but it's like, so I got it. I'll ask y'all opinion on this. You know what I'm saying? And,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? I got a cousin who, he lives in a bad neighborhood. Is all I'm gonna say. I don't want to give too much info out, right? He live in a bad neighborhood, not too far from where I grew up at. And he was driving Uber. He ended up getting carjacked, and so he ended up losing. I guess in the city that he's in, Uber got this program where they like give you a car, and you know what I'm saying, you just got to pay it off or whatever. They take it like out of your Uber money or whatever. So they jacked him for his phone, his car, and all this stuff. He hit me up with the whole sob story. Oh, Seven, man. Oh, they got me. What? All this stuff. Police report. I get to see everything. It's legit. So I'm like, all right, right on. He's like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my, my mortgage this month and all this, man. If you could help me out, I really appreciate it. Like, all right, cool. Let's talk about it. So went ahead and set up some sort of arrangement. And this was like in March, right? So dude was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get you back beginning of May with that bread. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to, but in the meantime, between time, can me and you talk about, just how to get my life straight? Because I should see how you move, and you move a little different. You know what I'm saying? I've been wanting to do some, I need to do some better things. And I'm like, oh man, that's dope. Let's get on the same page. Let's do that. So I said, I've tried to set some time aside, call him up a couple of times. Every time I call him up, no answer. Hit him on the text, no response. Hit him up on the instant messenger, takes him days to respond, right? I'm like, okay. He does gig work. He's besides driving and all that, he's a drummer. So he does gigs. Sometimes he'll be on tour with these little lesser known bands and all this stuff. So, but at the same time, days have passed. We got, May, then March, then April, then here come May. Granted, he got a kid that graduated from high school and all that stuff. His kid is decked the hell out. Now I ain't saying the kid need to be broke, but I'm like, man, your kid is decked the fuck out. So I hit him up on the inbox like, nigga, it's June now. You know what I'm saying? Where that bread at? What we talking about? So he hits me up with the, oh man, man, life, man. Then he started talking about people that died and all this. I'm like, what them niggas dying got to do with you? No offense, but what all them folks dying got to do with you? So I feel like he giving me smoke screen and all this. And he's like, matter of fact, you my big cuz. You don't usually I'm big cuz, but you like my only big cuz. So I really need you to, you know what I'm saying? Well, man, I'm sorry. I'm gonna drop everything. As soon as I land it back at the crib, I'm gonna call you up tomorrow. I'm like, all right, bet. Man, I guess tomorrow ain't never gonna come. So I'm just wondering. I want y'all opinion. Y'all let me know what you think I should do in that sort of situation. Should I continue to hound this dude, or next time I come in town, should I just go find this dude?
It's so many ways.
Yeah.
Ladies first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There's several ways you can go about it. Like, it's a lot of money. I'm assuming that he owes you, right?
Commas.
Yeah. I would probably do both, to be honest. And then for real, you might have to take him to small claims court.
Damn.
I would.
Yeah.
Me personally, like, especially if I really know where he's at, I don't know what I'm saying. As soon as I touch down, I'm coming over there. We're gonna have to have a serious discussion about my bread. If you tell me some old the same sob story, or you go through this wishy-washy type of shit, I'm gonna just file back, and then a couple days later you gonna get served. Like,
yeah, because like the pulling up on him ain't gonna change the sob story that he's giving you over the phone. And if he legit don't have it, it's not gonna make it appear. Beating his ass won't make it appear. You're gonna have to get somebody to give him the money. You gonna have to get on your Cardi B shit and probably have to garnish this shit. And you gonna be talked about at the family reunion, because it's gonna be somebody like, you didn't have to do your cousin like that, blah blah. But so what?
That's cool. We don't have family reunions, so that's fine.
right? Yeah.
And
even if they did, they would look at him worse if he ran over there and whooped his cousin's ass over that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're gonna get talked about why you get the white people involved in our stuff, and that's your cousin. You shouldn't do that. When you don't need that money for real, blah blah. You don't know what the fuck I need over here.
And I ain't gonna lie, the part that really kills me is the fact that these folks is like church folks and all that. And I was raised in the church and all that too, but they like still be kind of like teetering back and forth. Like, I'm in the church, I ain't in the church, whatever. But why are the church folks always the brokest people?
Because they giving their money to the church.
Lord.
Right. That is something I never understood. I never was a person that went to church when I was growing up. My mother was a Jehovah's Witness. Right. Sorry, she still is a Jehovah's Witness, because if she hear me say was, she'll go out, she'll bust my head open.
That'd be a problem. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got stories about that.
I've seen a lot of church people go through that, and I don't, because they get lied to. These pastors and these bishops is so cold. They be getting the money to the church, and they be telling them that they building a mansion in heaven, and folks really be believing that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I've seen a pastor, real life, y'all. I seen a pastor that this is what he told all of the people in the church, that they was getting a mansion built in heaven. And then when I seen this nigga at a funeral, he was talking about how the mansion was decked out and it was so nice, and the streets was paved in gold and all this old extra. And I was like, man, that old bitch was mean as a motherfucker. If she got a mansion in heaven, that motherfucker ain't got no lights on. Fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. People been y'all been selling these people dreams for years.
Mm-hmm.
Right, they be the biggest liars, And like I grew up in the church as well, and it's one thing when you're watching it and happen to other folks. It's another thing when it happens to you. When it's your turn. And what I mean by that is like you may see certain things that aren't the best practice with the pastor or something like that. But then you kind of pacify it and whatnot. But then when he does stuff that is weird, when it's your time that you actually need a pastor, you like, what? Then you're questioning everything. You're questioning the whole religion as a whole.
Yeah.
And that's the part that sucks. Because like with me, there's parts of the church that I miss, but it's not enough for me to go back forward, So
yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I got some
because it's so much hurt. It's so much hurt and disappointment that can be involved, but they don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they got to answer for that. And there's nothing that I can do that's gonna make it even better or any worse than what they have to answer for. So,
And this is just my opinion. In my opinion, I don't think a lot of these bishops or pastors actually even believe in God. I'm gonna just keep it 100. I think all of them are just really swindlers.
I can see
that. Some of them just live crazy, man. Some of them have that like dude that I forgot the white pastor name that was like God gives him private jets because he don't have to deal with demons and coach. And I was like, wow.
Pastor Kenneth Copeland.
Yeah, boom.
That's it.
Boom. I said, man, I don't think this man believes in God at all. I think he just believes in
always like he's got them eyes that is always looking like this. He always
yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
And that's just my opinion. I don't think now some of them I do think believe in God, but I don't think the majority of them do.
Yeah. I mean, that's not to say that all are like that, because there are some good ones around there and stuff like that, but it's always that one bad apple that will spoil the bunch.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So. I think Joel Osteen, I think he's just a motivational speaker, and he put God in front of it so he can get more followers.
Yeah. He'll use like one verse or half a verse from the Bible, and then the rest of the sermon is just like anecdotal. Let me just say some feel good stuff to make y'all feel good about sending that bread to my organization.
Yeah.
Right. And people still ain't over the way that he treated them people during the hurricane.
That's what I was about to say. And he still won't open his doors to motherfuckers.
Right.
Oh yeah. They had to pressure him to get him to open up for what was that? Hurricane Harvey.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, whichever one that hit
Yeah.
Texas hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't open his doors. I said, man, see that people like that, man, that's how you know they don't believe in God.
Right.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They just they seen the scheme, they seen how it worked, and you
Mm-hmm.
know, they got the game from another schemer. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
yo, young blood, I like the way you talk. Come over here, you know, just like every nigga, you know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody grew up around that one slick talker. He seen you one time, was like, I like your jazz, young man. And next thing
Mhm.
you know, man, shit, you spitting cold facts to bitches and keeping your cuticles clean.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, that's legit how it is. Like, it's like a boys' club, and they do recruit, they do take people under their wing. And then the people that they do, like, especially like the stuff that you make, like, because you're not going to 100% like a pastor. So the stuff that you may not like about the pastor, that seems like that's the shit that they pass down to their predecessor. It's so weird. So, yeah. But
Mm.
That
that
has
is
nothing to do
a
with the topic.
yes. Yeah, that
My
has nothing
bad.
to
I
do.
took y'all way off the reservation. My bad.
Oh no, no,
No,
no. You didn't do it. We
I'm
do this all the
sitting,
time, man. This is called the
sitting there
great
dealing with
lesson.
right.
sitting there dealing with some
Right.
personal shit. I'm trying to get some answers.
Right.
Right. Right.
you,
Right.
you wanted to come to God, but God told you,
Yeah.
hey, listen, I told my son to turn the other cheek. You go ahead and do what you got to do, my man.
Right. Right. You get your money back by any means necessary. Right. But
My son.
right. So yeah, so let's go on ahead and start with the foolishness. Okay, so this is a lot. Okay, so we know that Russell Simmons is anybody doesn't know who Russell Simmons is, he's one of the co-founders of Def Jam. He's a big business entrepreneur who has currently been accused of some Me Too involved situations. So he has fled the country, lives in Bali now. He's been there for a couple years now. And so not too long ago, news had broke out that he was suing his ex-wife and her current husband for some money because of a bad business deal. And then we didn't hear too much about that no more, right? So then this past Sunday, which was Father's Day, Russell and Kimora, his ex-wife, they have 2 kids together, Ming and Naoki. Ming puts up a post on Instagram of her mother and said, Happy Father's Day. Far as the general public knew, Russell was a great father. So this kind of was taking everybody aback. So then Russell came out and said some words. And anybody who's ever heard Russell talk, Russell uses a whole lot of cuss words. So we wouldn't think any different when he talks to people that he actually does know, you know? So Kimora comes out, she does a live, and she starts talking about how they're not getting along, how he's not really doing too much with the girls, how she's basically, you know, taking care of him, how he's broke now, and this, that, and the third. And this took everybody by surprise because the last we checked, Russell got money. So I think everybody remembers their episode of Cribs. But anyway, so then the younger daughter, Aoki, she comes out, she does a live and talks about how Russell talks to her all types of crazy. He's so disrespectful, calls her all kinds of bitches and cunts and all types of stuff. says that she needed to pick a side between this whole lawsuit, either her side, either her mom's side or her dad's side. She was saying that she didn't want to be in the middle of it. He's mad about that. She thinks that there's something mentally going on with him because there's a change in him that she's never seen before. Also, she said that he doesn't give her any money. Like, she just
How old
graduated.
is
She's
she?
20 years old, just graduated from Harvard. 20.
Was he supposed to give her
She
money?
just
for?
graduated from Harvard. Well, I
All
don't.
right, I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
Keep going. My bad. I'll be quiet.
but yeah, and then she started talking about because
Load that
she
shit in the
models.
clip, Seven.
Did what?
Load that shit in the clip.
Hey.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So she was she models or whatever. She was talking about how people always talk to her about her dad, about how he's such a good dude, blah blah blah. And she's like, she didn't really want to come out against him because she felt like he's gonna stop her from being a model now. And she was just like, oh well, I'll just go be a lawyer or a doctor or something if he messes up my career with being a model and this, that, and the third. And she was getting a lot of pushback in her live for what she was saying or whatever. But then she started dropping receipts, and she dropped a video that she muted of Russell on FaceTime going off. Like, he looked like he was screaming at the top of his lungs. But yeah, so I watched a video of somebody that did a deep dive into the situation that he's suing for, and basically what I gathered from it was that Kimora Lee's current husband, which I think is not her current husband anymore. I think she may have divorced him as well. But he's in jail, and he's in jail for basically embezzlement and whatnot. He's been stealing a whole lot of people's money. One of the people looks like may have been Russell, because he got him involved into a company that Russell owned like 49% of. And when they knew that the feds were coming or whatnot, him and Kimora kind of concocted a scheme, and they had told Russell, when the feds come for this company, they're not going to look at it and be like, oh, well, 49% of it is owned by Russell. They're going to take all of it. So you need to just sell us the company, and we'll give you the money. Well, it was supposed to be like $14 million, I think, that he was supposed to sell his part to them for. And the paperwork got signed, the shares got transferred. However, the money did not get transferred. So this got put into an LLC that's owned by Kimora, but she never paid Russell. So what they're saying is that she used the money to get her last husband out of jail. But he's convicted, he's in jail. But he still don't got this money. And so now he's over in Bali, apparently broke. Now, if anybody knows anything about Bali, Bali is very inexpensive. So I don't know how he's broke over in Bali, but okay. But yeah, so he's going off about this. Like, every time that he reaches out to them, it's about this money. He done got the kids in the middle of it now. They've tried, I guess they tried to block him all types of ways or whatever. Then he'll tell them, oh, he got COVID, and they'll call and try to check on him, and he'll be like, no, I lied. I just need to get y'all on the phone because y'all owe me some money, So it's an unfortunate situation. Technically, it's none of our business, but they made it our business. And so we're going to discuss it. Who wants to go first?
The guest can go first.
All right. 7.
That was a lot though. So it's like, you, on one hand, you're saying you got the whole thing with her, with the he's mad at the daughters and yelling and cussing at them, right? And you're saying that he's saying, all this whoop the bam about who who they are, who they ain't, or whatever, according to him. And it's like I don't honestly know about that relationship. I don't know if like I've always thought that he had like a good relationship with his daughter. So anything beyond that, this sounds completely different and you know what I'm saying, off kind of a little bit out in left field. But I can understand that because me as somebody who's kind of gone through something similar, don't worry about my business, but it's true. So like, but it's like when the kids are with one parent, after a while they start to just feeling like this is the side. I'm on this side. And so because of that, anything that's against this side or that isn't pro this side, I absolutely must be against it. So even if this side is wrong, you're wrong because this is the side I'm on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I don't know. That to me, that's kind of what it seems like, especially coming from, you know, like you saying she's 20 years old. Like, I mean, granted, even if you graduate from Harvard, you ain't got real life experience, so you probably book smart, not street smart. You don't know shit. No offense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm not. I wouldn't sit and put too much. Now, granted, Russell cussing her out and all that stuff, that's foul. Like I don't know what the conversation is and what the whole gist of it is about. I mean, you saying it's about the money and all that, but to me it seems like it doesn't need to be going towards the kids unless the kids are sitting there also talking down and bad on him to his face, and it's like, well, what the hell else is he supposed to do at that point? So it's like if you're not going to respect your father, or at least have the respect of him, like, all right, this is my father, this is something that's going on between them, not us. We can still have a relationship. If you're not able to decompartmentalize and look and say, all right, well, this is something that I want to maintain. You've already said, I've picked a side. This is the side I'm on, and I don't care about what you got to say. And like, how do you win as a person who's on the outside? If you're the father, if you're Russell Simmons, how do you win? Are you supposed to win in that situation? And as far as the money and all that goes, you gone. You just graduated Harvard. You graduated a whole college at 20 years old or whatever. Mm-hmm. You good and grown now, right? What you need money for? I mean, I get it. Daddy got money or probably had money, however the situation is with the bread and all that. But what you need that for? So that's just me kind of looking at it from the father, familial, social perspective of it. You know what I'm saying? As far as the economics of it, I'll let Lee go ahead and break that down.
Okay. One thing I will say is first of all, Russ ain't broke. Okay, let me start it right there. Russ ain't broke.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Russ is owed money. That's just what it is. Russ is owed money, and I don't give a fuck if he was 20 or 70. He's going whoever he need to address. This is the thing that I was paying attention to, because it's one thing that I think is one of my superpowers is I really pay attention to what people say, especially when they're in front of me, because I look at their moves and how they body adjustments be. When I seen that video with Kimora, you know, first thing is I love when people of color be around too many white folks because they play the white role. You first thing you did is come out crying. So you wanted that sympathy plea. You wanted that sympathy plea because when it come out that you did steal that money, you're gonna you know what I'm saying, you're gonna play on it and then blame it on your second husband. You ain't even gonna blame it on you. Then now you're gonna start apologizing to Russ. But right now you're being harassed, and so you know what I'm saying. So now you got to play that role up. That's what I believe she was doing, and she taught her daughter that because her daughter got on live and did the same thing. First of all, if y'all really felt that way and y'all was really heartbroken over what was going on between the family, everybody knows, like Jay-Z said, nobody wins when the family feuds. Y'all would have talked that shit out amongst each other. Y'all doing that because y'all know some shit about to come out. Y'all know some shit that, you know what I'm saying, is gonna come out and it's gonna look bad on y'all. You know what I'm saying, regardless of how it is. Because just on the outside looking in, you know, like his daughter did say, y'all did have a good relationship at first. Now she's blaming it on maybe you because you older, you done tripped out. Nah, it ain't that. You know your mama, you know your mama fucking playing me, and I'm not gonna keep on playing with y'all. When y'all try to shrug that shit off when I talk to y'all about letting it go, I'm not letting that shit go, man. I know I put that bitch on my back for years. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying? That bitch came up off me. So I can't get a measly $14 million. Like I can't get that back from this bitch. This bitch is only living the way she living because I gave her way more than that. So I can't get that.
Yeah.
Man, come on, fuck you and that girl. Like I'm gonna keep it real. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but man, listen. You play me like that and you agree with your mama, fuck you too, man. Fuck you too, cause I've been flipping the bill for your ass too.
Yeah.
So I can deal with this whole rigmarole ass bullshit. I just believe it's just a cat and mouse game, and eventually everybody's gonna find out. They're like, nah, she did the whoop wop wham fucking with this white dude, and then she just left Russell in the dark like he wasn't gonna say nothing because Russell was that type of person with her. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna just let it ride. We still gonna co-parent. We still gonna do this. Fuck all that. Them kids is grown now, and bitch, you owe me my money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I pretty much echo those sentiments for the most part. Cause I was like, it's fucked up to put the kids in the middle. I get that. You ain't supposed to do that. But you got to look at it like this. We're talking about $14 million. We're not talking about $140. We're talking about $14 million. Two, we're talking about a man that's in Bali who can't come back. If he touched down in America, 9 times out of 10, he's getting arrested. They did a whole documentary on him. He's getting arrested. That's why he's not here. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, at his wit's end on what he can do. And I don't think he's broke either. And like I said, Bali is very inexpensive. So even if you don't have that much money, your money can go long. It can go very far in Bali. So it's like, but in the same breath, he's been dealing with money in US dollars. So he's probably looking at his bank account like, I'm broke, regardless on how far his money can go in Bali. He's probably looking at it like I'm broke and I want my money and you need to tell your mama to give me my motherfucking money. You know what I'm saying?
This is a nigga from Queens, man. Everybody forgetting this is a nigga from Queens. Queen, you know what I'm saying? Queens, man, them niggas different. And them, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas really about their money for real. And what they think is broke, nigga, we think is a well living. Shit, remember Payton Full when that nigga said, I just got $100,000. I'm broke, baby. Nigga, if you'd have said that shit in the 80s.
Right.
Man. No, that's real.
Right.
I mean,
right.
shit,
at the end of the day, Kimora is wrong. At the end of the day, Kimora is wrong. If she did what they saying that she did, she owe that man some money. She wrong. So yeah, you need to run me my motherfucking money, bitch.
That's why she did that sympathy play. That's why she
That's
why she played with the crying and shit.
And then on top of that, when she did that sympathy play, on top of that, when she did this sympathy play with the video and shit, she brings up the fact that she met him when she was in fucking high school. Why are you talking about? What does this have to do with the money? What does this have to do with him harassing?
Because the Me Too movement.
Exactly. But you're not slick. You are not fucking slick. She basically met him when she was a sophomore in high school. She was still going to school in St. Louis at the time. And so, and you've been taken up, and this is the crazy part about it. She's been taken up for him up until this point when it came to that Me Too shit. But now I would say you dropping nuggets and shit like that. What was the point? What was the purpose and the point of you bringing that up with this? Because you're pandering. You trying to get people on your side with these white women tears and all.
Yeah.
You trying to get people on your side. And at the end of the day, you owe him money. You owe him. You stole his money. At the end of the day, you stole his money.
This is Tasha K and Cardi B all over again. The way the more I hear about it, this is Cardi B and Tasha K. Like, I don't care what the fuck it is, give my damn money. This is the whole shit we was just talking about minutes ago. You know what I'm saying?
See how it's funny how that left turned to that right.
Right, like it all came around,
Yeah.
Right,
I like that. But my daughter's mom is Asian, and she owed my parents some money before they passed away, and I hit her up and was like, "When you gonna pay that money back?" She was like, "What money? I don't owe nobody no money." You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, see,
Yeah.
this is bull.
I don't know if it's an Asian people thing. Let me not do that, but that's just kind of wild and foul. I'm be real about it. I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it's kind of wild and foul.
She hit
And,
you.
know
She hit you with the shit. That money's with the ancestors, my brother. God
Right.
damn.
Right.
You did.
Right. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
I got your child. I don't owe you no money. She probably pull that card,
right.
or try to justify that
same,
shit, you know.
Same time, like I said, you know what I'm saying? I had a similar situation kind of with the kids on one side and me on the other. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? My daughters picked the side. And it's just wild because you're like, I'm like, well, do you even know what the hell really went on? Do you ever like, you know, anyway. But yeah, so as far as this whole thing, no, it's just, I don't know. Like if there's money that's owed, everything about trying to pull on somebody's heartstrings and all that shit is just, I mean, it's just like you said, Liz, it's like, why would you, like, what other motive would you have to bring us for shit that ain't got nothing to do with this conversation and to start crying if you're not trying to pull on people's heartstrings and to kind of divert the conversation in a different direction versus actually saying what the hell or addressing the shit that needs to be done. A lot of folks would do anything to avoid accountability. And that's basically all that shit is. That's all it sounds like to me. Like, sounds like she ain't trying to avoid, she's not trying to face accountability, and she'll do whatever it takes to make other people around her feel like, you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when you got your kids, your kids are defending this shit. Like,
yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
There's certain shit that, know what I'm saying, I pay attention. I paid attention to that little cry, that little crying 20-year-old lady. When that crying 20-year-old lady said, she was like, he keeps calling me and harassing me, saying my mom's going to jail, and I'm like, well, my mama's the only one in the States right now. You bringing this shit? What? Oh, so you bringing this shit back up? So yeah, no, but the truth of the matter is, she going to jail for embezzlement because she embezzled that man's money. So when he's telling you that, he's telling you, hey, you better tell your mama get this shit right, or that bitch is going to jail for real. And like, I don't give a fuck what y'all can keep talking that Me Too movement shit, and I'll never jump over there. The funny part about the Me Too movement is, didn't the bitch that start the shit get pedophilia charges on her because she was fucking with a minor too? Oh yeah, real shit. Look that shit. Ain't that a bitch? So it's cool for you to fuck with the young boy, but it ain't cool for the niggas to fuck with the young girls. Like, come on, man, you gotta really pick a side.
I ain't hear that.
Yeah. Some little 17-year-old model / actor came out. Boom. That's why that shit died down real fast. Because the little nigga had receipts.
Double homicide.
Damn.
But yeah. I mean, the whole situation is fucked up, you know. But at the end of the day, if we're leaving it at the money, you owe him money. Pay that man
that money.
Yeah, give it up.
Pay that man. So,
in immortal words, Slim Williams, pay them people that money, man. Pay them people that money.
All right. So, so that's basically the Simmons family drama. I wonder what Rev Run is thinking. He's probably thinking, I'm staying in New Jersey. I ain't got shit to do with nothing.
You probably make a weird end of the day post like he used to do on this show and leave it at that.
Mm-hmm. Right. He probably takes everybody from the club. Like, everybody calm down, get off of social media. Let's meditate. Let's pray.
Let's pray about it.
Yeah.
You know, he definitely ain't gonna say nothing because shit, if that shit with all this Me Too movement shit that's been popping and shit, you know, Rev can't say nothing because shit, motherfuckers gonna start coming forward talking about, yeah, that little young nigga was sitting us out to his big brother. And so the Rev can't get hit on that.
Right. Yeah, so he's gonna stay his ass in New Jersey.
You got to
and
think,
watch it
man.
like the rest of us.
Run DMC, especially when he young, he was bringing them young bitches through. And Russell was just throwing them out. He was just throwing that line out there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he
and that's
definitely ain't gonna say nothing. He don't want that backlash.
Right. And that's one thing that Russell did. He always kept him a beautiful model on his side. And it seemed like the older he got, the younger they got.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right.
Listen,
And people are starting to look at him.
Everybody learned from the great Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson started that shit. And then it trickled down.
But people are starting to look at DiCaprio. People are really starting to look at DiCaprio and starting to question his practices. And it's like, technically, they're all adults. Like can't nobody do nothing. They're all adults, you know. So it may not be nothing that you would do, but hey, it is what it is. But anyway,
ain't these women grown though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're all grown.
So yeah. So what's the? You could. You could talk about the age differences and all that stuff, but it's like, but they still grown. No, I don't mean to be like that because again, I got a homie right now who's 55. He looked like he's in his 30s. So most of the women he messed with are like 25. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? And even if he wasn't, and he got a little bit of paper too. So I'm sure that he's able to get and do, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff that he's doing without having any sort of real issues because he's got a little bread, got a little looks on him, and you know what I'm saying, it's working out. It's not like he's sitting there outside the middle school like R. Kelly used to do when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't doing nothing like that. Woo! And I'm sure DiCaprio ain't doing that either. Oh yeah. We ain't had no middle schools in Chicago, but I knew a girl in high school who got picked up by him. Like we saw the car come around.
Dang.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't have no middle schools.
Girl, you got that vibe.
No, we don't have middle schools in Chicago.
So they go from elementary to high school.
They got we got K through 8, and then we got high school.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
I've been hearing it
at the time. It was like 2 middle schools, maybe. It might be like 10 now, but ain't a whole lot of middle schools in Chicago.
Yeah, I've been hearing that for a long time now. That was just like a known thing there. That he used to just go to the schools and stuff. Why? Take me there. Like, why was that okay? Like,
it wasn't okay. It was just that's what it was. It wasn't. I mean, first of all, we kids, we like, ain't that R. Kelly? You know what I'm saying? That would be about it. Or he. I mean, sometimes it'd be him, but other times it'd be like his car. You know what I'm saying? And other people be in it or whatever. He might be in it too, but whatever. But it just. That's just what it was. We was kids. We wasn't sitting there necessarily saying, "Wait, this isn't right." We were kind of, more. A lot of folks were more starstruck or just looking the other way. Like, all right, well, folks saying, "Oh my God, it's R. Kelly," and the other folks would just be like, "All right, whatever." That's what it is, huh? All right.
So y'all would basically just see him cruising around the schools. Y'all wouldn't necessarily see him get or picking people up. Or would y'all?
The girl I know who was getting picked up got picked up by that nigga. Yes.
And nobody batted an eye.
No.
No. I bet you it was that one teacher.
I'm sure
somebody run up and be like, R. Kelly outside, and he or she was like, man, fuck R. Kelly. There had to be at least one teacher that knew
that was when Slow Jam was popping. Why don't you slow this? Oh, he was kicking. So I don't know. They was probably like, tell him to play my song.
Right. Like, that's just wild. Like, because I've been hearing it for forever. And I've always questioned, like, y'all saying it's like, this is okay. This is not okay. And then he's such a high profile person, like, and he just going together.
Yeah.
Himself.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
now, all that
was
stuff.
the thing back in the day, though. Like if you think about it, that was the thing back in the day. I remember Snoop had a couple famous bars when he was like up at the high school, fucking with the young bitches. Like that was a thing back in the day.
I get that was a thing, because I mean, like I've seen it before too. I'm not acting like I haven't seen it, but R. Kelly is like this larger than life person.
He wasn't then though.
Huh?
He wasn't then though. He wasn't larger than life then. He was a local dude that was on the radio. In the 90s?
But not only was he on the radio, he was on the radio here everywhere. Like,
yeah, that's on the radio. But he had just put out Born into the 90s. You know what I'm saying? He was still with Public Announcement. You know what I'm saying? So he had just put all that stuff out. So it was just like it like he had a little bit of fame, a little bit of acclaim, but that was kind of like in these small sections. And when you consider the whole of the United States, like he wasn't really popping like that. He wasn't popping in California, in New York until like mid-90s.
He's been popping here since Slow Jams. So
yeah.
I don't know, maybe because of that I'm just looking at it like, yeah, I'm like, y'all just let this happen. But I don't know. But shots by Miko. Hey Miko, she says, love the ticker tape statement. Hashtag CYA.
Yeah, cover your ass. That's right. Right. These are all legend in our opinion. So, you know, if we're wrong, can't sue.
Don't sue us,
you try, but
man.
Keep that. That's what I told everybody when they came to help me out. I was like, listen, we ain't got no insurance. So if you pass out or if you hurt yourself, that's on you, bro. That's how it is.
Yeah, you better tell them people you was back here getting drunk.
Like I'll send some flowers to the hospital.
Man, let me know where it's at and I might come.
Right. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah. But you know, the 90s was a different time too, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, shit. Yeah. A whole lot of stuff was different then. Comedy was different then.
Yeah. Yeah, comedy was different, music was different. Cause even with Menace to Society, like nobody questioned the whole Jada Pinkett character. Like she was fucking with a young dude, and nobody questioned that. I mean, I guess by the time she smashed him, technically, he was 18.
Yeah, he was grown.
Nobody was like, but nobody was like, and on top of that, that's your boyfriend's like
homie.
Like,
yeah, that's his little homie.
Like that's his little homie.
Anybody see a correlation between that and her real life?
You know what? Listen,
I'm just saying. That's
a left inside of a left. See, now we're opening up multi dimensions at this point, my nigga.
Right.
Now we're into the multiverse.
Right, we're in the multiverse.
That's all I'm saying. That's what it was.
You know, that's fucking crazy that you said that, because I never even put that together until you just said it out loud. And now, like, it is so much shit jumbling in the back of my head. You know, the first thing that pops off in my head is anybody that heard the show before, you know, I'm gonna just keep it a bean and tell you how I feel. You know, yeah, Jada's a bitch. With that being said, because I'm gonna just stand on that. With that being said, oh yeah, I mean, you got so many things playing through my head. Like that's the shit that eats Will up inside. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that eats Will up inside, man.
Hey, you know what though? Speaking of Will, it's funny you say that. I was thinking about the slap earlier today, right? And I was thinking, like, didn't he say in Just the Two of Us, what do you say? Throughout life, people will make you mad, disrespect you, and treat you bad. Let God deal with the things they do, because hate in your heart will consume you too. And I'm like, but you threw all that out the window and was like, you know what? Fuck that. Smack the shit out this nigga.
Listen,
I know I'm human too. Look.
hey,
Yeah,
know
absolutely. But I'm just saying.
I know
it's
I'm
kind of like
human
what Lee
too.
was saying when Lee was talking about, hey, you know, said, hey, turn the other cheek. Me, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have to go in.
listen, bro. You know, first of all, shout out for you knowing lyrics to just the two of us.
Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely.
Real. Shout out.
Look,
Like let's start at the pinnacle
Oh,
point.
I could hold on. I could go back further to another song that'll bite him in the ass. Diamond and Furs to spend all I had. Took her shopping every day at Saks Fifth Ave. Visa, MasterCard, and even Discover. She told me this is the way that I could show I love her.
What's
And he
that?
said, my friends started talking to me. They tried to stop me. If she had a gun, they'd arrest me. They'd arrest her for robbery. I knew that she was getting me for every dime, but I love my homies say, Holmes, your girl is fine.
Wow.
Yeah. I was a Will Smith fan. I ain't gonna lie.
What
I was one. Keep it a bill with it. Damn. Oh, Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble.
Okay.
I see, because I was so young when he came out. Like, only thing I used to remember is his choruses. So like I remember the chorus of that song.
Right, I remember
not know the lyrics.
Not at all. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm a
lyricist.
I used to love. I'm a lyricist.
Trouble.
Trouble. Right.
The only verse that I know from Will Smith is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air verse, or the song.
I know
period.
Summertime. I know Summertime. Damn. Like,
yeah.
I don't know Summertime.
You don't know Summertime?
No.
Yeah. See, my mama had the Nissan sitting on Lorenzo's. That's why I know it. Back in Philly, we be out at the park. Yeah.
Place called the Plateau is where everybody go.
Right. Guys out hunting and girls doing likewise. Yeah.
See, I only remember certain bars from that song.
Yeah. She turned around.
I remember like what he say? Chilling out, relaxing, enjoying some of the summer madness. Like I remember that.
Right.
Oh, this is the Fresh Prince's new definition of summer madness.
Yeah, that boy. Yeah, that boy.
And then who don't know Men in Black? You don't know Men in Black?
I remember Just Bob with me. Just Bob. I remember that part.
Bob with me.
I mean, so all that to say, like, you know, a lot of this stuff came, you know, they said at one time and then it kind of came back and bit them in the ass on a like a boomerang, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But turning back to Russell with Cabora.
Yeah.
Let's turn back to these.
We went down that rabbit hole with Fresh Prince. They ain't got shit to do with Russell.
I mean, it was Jada. That's what we went to Jada talking about.
That's what
she was.
Yeah. We went to the Multiverse of Madness as soon as Jada fucking Pinkett popped up, and of course we did because this bitch is all over the place.
Avoiding accountability left and right.
Man, but to get back to Russ and them, like, yeah, man, it's just really sad they trying to really throw this dagger at my man because he's actually owed something. But that's the thing, is like, you know, one thing I do respect about Russell is with all this shit coming out and them bringing shit out, Russell ain't came out with nothing. You know why? Because shit, he waiting on them papers to come. He waiting to get his money.
He did come out. He put up a post, you know, pretty much apologizing and saying that he loved him, and then he took it back. And then he was on Aoki's live saying, I'm sorry and I love you and stuff. So he's in front of the world, he's taking the high road, but we ain't stupid. We know that man's mouth is lethal.
He from Queens, man. Them niggas gonna talk the way they want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Listen.
Right. He's gonna cuss you out with a list.
Yeah, I'm about to say
exactly.
peaceful as he is and all that, with the yoga and all that, and super flexible and looking like Dawson from Street Fighter, I mean, he still got that New York mouth on him. Pause. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Yeah.
facts.
And this nigga, this dude was the first dude that I found at like in hip hop. Like, you know, you knew gangsters in hip hop and shit, but I didn't think Russell was a gangster. He showed me from real infamous sneaky gangster when he was like, shit, I started off selling bottles of fake fucking coke to niggas. I said, damn, this nigga went on a dummy run on niggas to get bread. He was really serious.
Yeah. They call me the dummy man.
That nigga went, man, it take real balls to do a dummy run in New York, boy.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's the Simmons family drama. I'm sure that's not the last of it that we're gonna hear about. So yeah, so if any news develops, then we'll definitely be on it. But next up, which this is so funny because I was asked today, are y'all gonna talk about this? We absolutely are, and here we go. Ocean Gate. Ocean Gate. So yeah. All right. So there's a company that is called Ocean Gate that takes people on what, like a sub missile? I guess that's what it's called. They take them in pretty much a sub missile that is about the size of a minivan. Doesn't have any windows. But they take them to the Titanic to view it on a monitor because they have a camera on the outside of this sub missile. And submersible, that's the word. Thank you. So they take them to the Titanic. The Titanic is in the Atlantic. I found out that it's in Canadian water in the Atlantic. But yeah, so they take them down there. It's supposed to be like a couple of hours, and then they come back up. They went down. I'm assuming they went down on Father's Day, if not the day before. And unfortunately, they passed away on this mission. So RIP to them. What we were told was that they ended up losing the submersible. Like they lost connection with it. They didn't know where it was, but down below. So the Coast Guards and what have you, rescue people went on pretty much a dummy mission to try to find this submersible. They estimated that they had X amount of hours left of oxygen in the submersible before, they would suffocate. And we were on the countdown for so many hours. And then when the countdown was over and we were assuming that they had passed away due to oxygen no longer being available to them, come to find out, that's when they tell us that they have started to find parts of the submersible. Then we find out that the submersible imploded about an hour and a half after departure. So yeah, they sent us on this run for the last few days. Cost $250,000 per person to go down there to view this wreckage that's been in the ocean for over 100 years. Yeah. So honestly, I mean, again, thoughts and prayers go out to their family and whatnot, because at the end of the day, life was lost and they're gonna miss those people. However, I don't feel bad for the people that lost their life outside of the 19-year-old, because the 19-year-old went only because his father really wanted him to go for Father's Day. He did not want to go. He was scared, and he was one of those type of kids that really wanted to please their parent. And unfortunately, it cost him his life. But Black people don't take anything seriously. And some of the memes and gifs were like top tier. Like we was in rare form. Other people obviously got in on it as well, but yeah, we were definitely in rare form, and they were awesome. Like, and then of course, this was during the height when people were thinking that they may still be alive. I probably would, put this up here. Like, if we gonna have moments where Black Twitter shines, I will put this up here with Nigger Navy.
What?
It was awesome.
Nigger.
What
You
is
don't know
Nigger?
Nigger Navy?
No, I'm gonna have to look that up. What's
You
Nigger
don't know
Navy?
Nigger Navy?
Nigger
Okay,
Navy
so
was
real quick.
classic, Seven. Oh my god.
Yes. Okay, so real quick. Nigger Navy, Yahoo Finance back in 2015, they put out an article, and it was about the Navy, and they were talking about the headline had something to do with them making a bigger Navy, and when they tweeted the article, they put that in the tweet, but instead of saying bigger Navy, they made a typo and put an N where the B is supposed to be. Cause and it was really an honest mistake. Like,
it really was.
It wasn't.
That was the funny part about it. Was it really was a
right.
mistake?
It really was an honest
Black
mistake. Like the
said,
B and
nope,
the N
no,
are
it ain't.
right there. Right, but honestly, because it legit came out of nowhere. It made no sense. It made absolutely no sense, and they came out. They apologized. They made it right, but it was too late. And Black Twitter took it and ran with it, and those were the days. Like, when I tell you,
that was
if
2017.
I even jumped in on that one.
No, I think it was 15.
Oh,
Because
wow.
yeah. If you look up hashtag Nigger Navy, it is the best. It's the best set of memes and gifs that Black Twitter has ever come up with. And Ocean Gate is up there with Nigger Navy. Like, yeah. And then this is the killer part about that, because I have a tweet that somebody put out, and they was while they were doing the search and rescue, somebody was like, "Well, did y'all call the Nigger Navy?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they had a picture. They had a picture of the coast with a big ass Tim. I was dead to the bed. I was so dead. But yeah.
These memes been off the chain.
Yeah. They really were. Here we go.
Now, I think Black people take things seriously.
Yes, yes.
What is that? What is? Is that a Tim? Is that a Tim?
Yes.
That's definitely the Nigger Navy
at
right
the dock of the bay. They had the Tim sitting at the dock of the bay, and they was like, "Oh, I bet you they could find him."
Yeah, they definitely gonna find him. Listen, okay, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this about the whole situation. It really just baffles me that anybody, because these are billionaires. So it really baffles me that these billionaires,
There's only one. I think it was only one billionaire.
It was only one billionaire.
Yeah.
1 billion, and the rest of them million.
The rest of them were millionaires.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is when it's all said and done, it's a rich flop. See, this is the thing that bothers me. Like we did all this coverage. These people were because these people basically lied to us because they told us that they was hearing thuds every 30 minutes. So they were saying the sea couldn't do that. It had to be man-made. So they was trying to pinpoint where that sound was in the boat. So, and then all of a sudden I found out that sure as shit they coming out with a documentary, and they happen to just come out with that documentary the day these niggas died. Like they've been cooking up this documentary.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been cooking up this documentary. Yeah, exactly. So I just want to say this, like, if these people lost their life, these people lost their life, and that's a tragedy, and I feel sorry for it. But I don't believe that happened. And again, just like, what I'm saying, we got our tape at the bottom. This is all alleged in our opinion. So in my opinion is, I can smell a conspiracy when I smell one. Like, ain't none of them people dead. These people were gone, changed their name, did whatever. This motherfucker imploded an hour before these because they left no evidence of whatever. What they did was they got down in that motherfucker. They got into waters where they couldn't be detected. They got the fuck out of there, and then that motherfucker blew the fuck up, because one of them motherfuckers, either the billionaire or the millionaire niggas that was up under it, was about to get caught into some shit. And what a drop all that shit is if you niggas are dead.
Oh yeah, facts. I mean, that was something that I kind of had said. I was like, I think there's better ways to avoid paying taxes.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I just know in my opinion, I'm just because all this shit just don't make no sense to me, and I'm not one of them people that's gonna go far-fetched to be like, yeah, because we've been predicting shit since Notre Dame and bop. This I ain't saying none of that. I'm saying motherfuckers be smarter than the average bear, and these niggas figured out a way to get out of whatever situation they was in by everybody being off.
I'd be curious
and that's why one of them niggas kept pushing his son to come over there. Hey, listen. Because when I'm gone, all this money gonna be gone. So you need to come over.
And I'm gone for real.
I'm gone for real. I'm gone for real.
We about to come up, and our name's gonna be Hector and Pedro. Quit playing.
Yeah. And we gonna spend the rest of this money. We gonna give your mama some money so she'll be cool. But nigga, I'm not nigga. No, because they gonna try to take all of this shit from us.
That's wild.
I was curious to see if any of them had any like issues with the government or with taxes or anything like that, because that would make more sense. But nothing's come out thus far.
Nothing's come out because they not gonna disgrace the dead. When that shit found, they gonna be like, nah, we not gonna beat a dead horse, because that's what white people do for white folks. Now, had it been a nigga that did that shit, they'd have figured that shit out in 48 hours.
Oh yeah.
They'd have found out. They wouldn't have
went on no dummy mission to find them either.
They would have.
So speaking of black folks, did y'all hear about the boat that was traveling to Italy from Liberia during this same time?
That's what I was about to say. Like when all this was going on, you know what I'm saying? Like you and Lee had already said, like this. They basically, the whole submersible imploded within an hour of leaving shore. An hour. But we sitting here, hopes and prayer in their ass for 96 hours, and then another day or two after that, just to kind of see, well, maybe hope beyond hope that maybe we can, that Tinkerbell type of, if you clap and think about it enough, maybe it's real type of stuff. And it's like, nah, that was smokescreen, because like you were saying, there was a migrant vessel that popped. I was about to read off this whole list. I'm like, here's all the stuff that we kind of missed while everybody was sitting there worrying about, the Ocean Gate 5. I like to call them Five Guys who was eaten by sharks. Anyway, so if we gonna sit there and talk about them or everybody focus on that, we didn't focus on the migrant vessel that had 700 people that were sinking in the Greek waters with no survivors. We didn't hear about we didn't ain't nobody really trip on or really get into the USDA approving meat that's made out of chicken cells. You know what I'm saying? Same time, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene called another Congressman Lauren Boebert. She called her a nasty little bitch because she put up impeachment papers for Biden, and she basically was like, "I was going to do that, and I told you I was going to do that, and you stole my story." You know what I'm saying? So they're both horrible people. Same time, Joe Biden's son Hunter pleads guilty to tax evasion and filing a false tax return, thereby and missing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's missing the underlying issues that he had going on where he threatened the Chinese organization. And for some reason, the DOJ decided to stop checking or looking into all of that because of reasons. And, you know what I'm saying? So it's all kinds of stuff. Tia Mowry, if we want to get into that, she got $4.3 million in a divorce settlement and the house. I'm sorry, $4.3 million house, and she didn't have to pay alimony. This Texas postal worker died from dehydration, and that's all because ain't no laws or something or anything. And this is a U.S. postal worker, so that means a government worker, U.S. Postal Service worker who died from dehydration because there's no law or anything that says, hey, these niggas need to have a break if the temperature is 108. You know what I'm saying? So they can get some oranges or get some water. You know what I'm saying? And there was a third grade teacher who got fired for teaching her kids the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all of that stuff was happening at the same time while everybody was making jokes about, you know what I'm saying, the Nike box that was underground that was underwater that had people inside of it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had a broken Air Jordan box. Put that thing in there. And I think that's why black people went in because black people, I think collectively we give a damn. I think we give a damn about things that make sense. When shit don't make sense, that's when shit just goes out the fucking left field. It's like, okay, since this is what we got to talk, this is what it is, then this is what we're gonna talk about. I saw a lot of people trying to be the moral police all of a sudden. How can you guys how can you guys talk about these people? These people died. How can no
easy?
Do you understand these niggas went down? They was down underwater in the fucking a sardine can with a damn. They was in there in a fucking PVC pipe, taped on both ends, stuck inside of it, controlling it with a damn Logitech joystick that cost $30. Like, are you understanding? Yeah. A billionaire put his money supposedly into this. Like, does this make sense? No, yeah. So of course we're gonna roast this shit because it was roastable before they even left the water. Before they even got in the water. What are you talking about?
It was dumb.
Yeah. So all of that shit.
This is why I knew it was false from the gate, Seven. That's how I knew it was false from the gate. As soon as they said it was, because I thought it was all billionaire. And that was the first thing that popped in my head. Like, don't no billionaires give a fuck about 250 grand, not to, you know what I'm saying, enough to get a vessel they can actually fucking see this shit from.
But that same nigga did decide to hop on what was it? Jeff Bezos's flight thing or whatever to go into the stratosphere. So he did pay to get onto that thing or whatever. So maybe he's just an adventurer. But I figured, you know what I'm saying, like I was talking to my father-in-law today, like, you know what I'm saying, billionaires generally aren't unless their money just came down and they inherited that money. Usually they ain't billionaires for doing dumb shit. Generally.
Yeah, I've heard somebody say that too. But you know that their money affords them the luxury to do weird shit, you know. But this was weird, dumb shit. Like, I wouldn't have never paid nobody $250,000 for me to be put into a sardine can, like you said. And it's a do-it-yourself project. That's basically what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
They
had this thing taped together with fucking the same tape that we use for our ankles when we playing basketball. Like we got athletic tape holding this thing together and some safety pins. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, a Band-Aid on one side.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so bad. It was so bad that when when there was a reporter that did a report about them, or like a year or two ago, and the dude was telling him how he had built it or whatever. And when he brought out that off-brand PlayStation controller, the reporter laughed. Because he basically was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my thing is that damn, you can't even get the real PlayStation controller. You gotta get the $30 one, the Logitech one.
Dude, they got that game. It's a Gamecast controller.
Dude.
Gamecast, not GameCube. Not a GameCube. That Gamecast, not that Dreamcast. Gamecast. Gotta get that Gamecast.
Right. That off-brand shit, like the fake ass.
Got that Super Nintendo controller. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like,
man, these motherfuckers went down there in a MacGyver submarine.
Bubble guns and band-aids.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
They said, "Hey man, what we got in here?" And the nigga said, "Hey man, we got a tennis ball a can, and then we got motherfucking 12 feet of duct tape. We got a Dreamcast controller, and then we got a bunch of cardboard boxes." And that nigga said, "Give me 15 minutes.
Sign me up.
Right.
Sign me up.
Say less.
Take this Pringles can and put it with this. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? How?
Listen, I pray for the day that I am so rich that I know I can make dumb decisions, but I'm black, so I would never.
Right. Speaking of black people, I heard Chris Brown was about to do it, but obviously he backed out. But
yeah. Hey, Chris Brown ain't about to do that shit. Yeah, cocaine ain't about to let that nigga sit in no room that ain't got no windows.
Or cocaine was probably gonna have him sign up for that shit.
And again, I'm telling you, cocaine was never gonna have that nigga put in the closet. You can't put a cocaine nigga in the closet. That nigga's gonna spaz the fuck out. Everybody on that motherfucker he fucked up.
As soon as you put him in there, he out. He bouncing. He all over the place.
That nigga about to
as soon as they close the door.
He gonna be hyped for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna tell you that because I've been around a lot of cokeheads. I know my life is for me. God damn it. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. He gonna be hyped for about 15 minutes, and then as soon as he hears the sound of the ocean in this motherfucking Cheez-It box, he gonna lose his shit.
The Cheez-It box.
Right. He gonna be like Trey on Boys in the Hood. Dog, let me out.
Dude,
let me out.
Absolutely. Like, hey, y'all you gotta turn where you can let me out at. Like, let me.
Right. It ain't even gonna be. As soon as he hear that first blue, 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 out of nowhere, he gonna be like, "Hey man, where the fuck y'all got me?" Sniffing the shit.
So,
like, what the fuck is this, man?
Did they ever explain what the 30 what the tink in there was here? The tink they was here.
They never explained.
Tanks. Poor little tanks. What was that? Every 30 minutes.
That was something they fucking made up.
That's what I feel. Because I'm like, show me the radar footage. Show me that shit. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying?
They were saying that it possibly could have been. They said that it possibly could have been just sounds of the ocean.
And they didn't wait. These are people who study the ocean. People who study the ocean can't tell the difference between the ocean sound and the sound of metal being tapped or whatever every 30 minutes. Get your goof ass out of here. See, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. That's what are you talking about?
And pretty much. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like there's no way. Like, I don't care if I had all the money, your money, my money, everybody money. I'm not getting no shit like that. And then they have been down there to the Titanic so many times. What extra do you need to see?
Why didn't they talk to some of the people who've been there already?
Like, why didn't they just look at the documentary or the videos or anything of anybody else? Like, James Cameron been down there how many times? Look at that shit. Go watch
That's what I'm
Titanic
saying.
again. You know,
Go talk
and
to
then
James
I
Cameron.
saw
He got man. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I saw a picture of where they put side by side James Cameron submersible and Ocean Gates, and James Cameron spent like 10 million on his. His looks like top of the line, elite, spared no expense compared to that fucking minivan with no windows. Like,
dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, who is gonna get into him? And again, why couldn't they just, if they gonna do all that and then not even give them windows? Why couldn't they just be like, you know what? Let's just give these niggas like the experience of making them think that they're going underwater. Put them in this thing and then take them somewhere and then just shake it around and put the sounds around. Like, ooh, look you in. I mean, they got a video thing in front of them, so they don't know where the hell they going. They could just be like, look, we gonna
exactly.
Meanwhile, they sitting in a damn warehouse somewhere in Dover or some shit, just like hanging the hell out. While somebody's sitting there with their feet
I
up,
was thinking that too.
like, all right, let the video play.
Right.
All right, just make sure you hit. Make sure you hit the play button on the video and make sure it goes. Like, why ain't they doing nothing like that? Crazy.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, I would have just lied to him. Yeah, I would have just lied to him. I would have just had him go down like 5 feet and then just let the camera go down further. You know what I mean? Because that's all you looking at is monitors and and from the camera on the outside. I don't need to travel to the Titanic if I'm not literally going to see the Titanic. If it's really that deep, y'all could have took y'all ass to Branson for that. Like, dude, this is stupid.
Listen, if that's what if all you're gonna do is show me something on the screen anyway, what's the difference between doing that shit in my house in the comfort of my home, you know what I'm saying, versus me going out and spending money and still being shown that same fucking footage and they saying, well, no, that's the Titanic right there. Look, no, that's it. You could have showed me James Cameron's footage from 2000, whatever the hell, and that could have been perfect. What are we talking about?
Right. Exactly.
I can think of better ways to die.
No different. Yeah. And then I watched videos of tanks imploding. And that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. It just seems like they just take a can and go this. Crazy. Yeah. That's all they're doing is just taking a can and just crushing it. I was like,
a whole tank. Yeah, it's serious. Mm-hmm. It's serious. Yeah. I mean, think about it. You could shit wear you can wear your hat the wrong way in Chicago. There's an adventure. There's a good way to die. You can wear the wrong colors in LA. You can wear the wrong colors in LA. There you go. That's a good way to die. Or you can have a baby with a hot girl. Have a baby with a hot girl. That's a great way to die. You know what I'm saying? Tons of ways to go out. You ain't got that don't involve water. Didn't it take? Well, the hot girl take about 250,000. But the other ones, hey, you can do them for cheap. I'm just saying, like there's all kinds of ways that you can find if that's what your goal is. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly think that, I feel like there's a possibility that there's more. Like they put more effort into trying to hide themselves than this thing actually happening. I mean, think about it. They got the pieces and everything. They found a little, you know what I'm saying, empty ass minivan, but ain't, they got the tuna can, but ain't no tuna in it. You know what I'm saying? So where the people at? Ain't no. I mean, I get it, bones and crushing and the pressure and all that stuff. Nothing. Like did it just crush them into bits? Crushing.
Well, I don't know how true it is. I don't know how true it is, but I did hear they found like bodies. So
I must say I haven't heard they found any bodies.
They ain't found shit. They ain't found shit because these motherfuckers ain't dead, man. And if these people are dead, these people been dead, and then they blamed it on fucking Ocean Gate. We can start from there. Again, it had to be something that these motherfuckers was involved with, and these motherfuckers got off. And if it's that case, man, shit, God rest the dead when it comes to his son, because his son probably was riding with him, didn't know he was about to get turned into mincemeat, and then act like he died in a fucking ocean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, they covering that shit up, and then they know what I'm saying, they not telling you the real shit, like Seven just said. Shit, damn near 700 people died in the goddamn ocean. That shit ain't this shit ain't a ripple in the goddamn Missouri River. That shit's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody,
right.
Nobody even spoke on
And
it.
then the thing with the Liberia situation is that they were escaping slavery. Like they have slavery in 2023 in Liberia, and they were escaping slavery.
It's worse now than it was in back in the 1700s.
That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 700 people on their boat, and the boat sunk, and they only saved like a little bit over 100 people. They recovered about
survive.
Yeah, they recovered like 80 bodies. I want to say it was like 110 people that they that survived. They recovered like 80 bodies, but the rest of them are just in the ocean. And then on top of that, what I also heard was that they knew that they were coming, and they knew it was sinking, and they just watched it. And then they was like, well, I guess we go out and help. So it wasn't no urgency. It wasn't no media coverage for real. It wasn't like nobody really cared, but we're talking about Black people, so not surprising that no one really cared. But yeah. And
we're doing that. It's slavery all over.
But the media had bombarded us with these 5 rich people that chose to be put into this submersible that was a do-it-yourself project to go to a wreckage of the unsinkable Titanic.
They just got that at-home kit with the balsa wood and the rubber band.
Basically,
these motherfuckers,
they put that mug in a slingshot and flung it down there to the Titanic.
Right.
That motherfucker rode that billionaire nigga rode up on them niggas like the professor rode up on Marty McFly and was like, Marty, we gotta go. I got $35,000 worth of fucking toilet paper rolls and duct tape. We're going to the Titanic. And he was like, sure, Doc. And now you see what happened, man. Fuck them people.
Right.
I hate to be like, again, this is just my opinion, man. I don't believe none of that shit that I see, man. I know, I just think all that shit was, you know what I'm saying? All that shit was just, it was when like the dingo ate my baby right before they pushed crack and guns into every inner city in America.
No. Yeah. It's a bunch of bullshit. But yeah. Anybody that has Twitter, I would definitely suggest you go onto Twitter and do hashtag OceanGate to view the memes, because they are chef's kiss. Definitely worth your time. Definitely worth your time. Yes.
1.21 gigawatts.
Before we get off, the funniest one I seen that I thought was real funny is when they had the raccoon. They was like, "That's how I'm emerging out of the." And motherfucking raccoon threw that motherfucker over and was hanging for dear life, like he was sweating to death in that trash can. He couldn't wait to open that goddamn door.
Right.
Man.
I ain't never seen a raccoon look that way in my life. I said, damn, he got stuck in that motherfucker. He was sweating.
Yeah.
That shit was falling off his goddamn pore.
Yeah.
You got sweat coming off a fur, nigga. You've been in there for a while.
Right.
Hey, Liz, I don't see no story saying that they found bodies.
Okay. Yeah, somebody had told me that, I think at work, and I was just like,
so I mean, it may be, but ain't nothing reported that I've seen.
Yeah,
man, I ain't found shit.
Yeah, probably not. But before we go, I have to show y'all this. So my cousin posted this to Facebook when all this was going on. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does that say at the back about a woman? What?
It says Titanic fares starting as low as $250,000 one-way fare.
One-way fair. Okay.
And it's a submersible that has spirit on it. So yeah. No, my cousin posted that to me. So she posts funny stuff all the time. Like right. So she posts funny stuff all the time, like it's nothing abnormal. She does it like literally every day. And then she posted a screenshot of this person's Facebook page that she wasn't friends with. And she put on the post how the lady that was the Facebook page was somebody that she knew in real life, that she had always had high respect for and all this type of stuff. And they ended up having an exchange on the post that she posted, that spirit one, because she was one of those people that was like, oh, this is so messed up, and how can you laugh at something like this, and this is not funny, you need to take this down, blah blah blah. And she was like, well, this is my page, so you can either unfriend me or scroll past. Like, I'm gonna post what I want.
Yeah.
And so they kind of had a back and forth, and the lady unfriended her. So the screenshot was of the lady's page because they're no longer friends. So yeah,
that's wild.
But yeah, I was just like, well, shit, I thought it was funny, but yeah, some people was really like, having their panties in a bunch because people were laughing at the bullshit of this story, and they were just like, well, people being missing that and people laughing at it, that's crazy to me. It's not crazy to me. The crazy part is that they put themselves in this position. That's what's crazy.
Yeah. The contract that they signed said that death was possible.
Yeah, and it was a 25-page document.
Like, bruh,
that they signed right before they went and jumped on a real submarine and got the fuck out of there. We're talking about Mario Lopez II. We're talking about Erica Estrada IV. We're talking about Victor Ramos. We're talking about Luca Brasio, and we talking about young Don Chung III. We are not talking about these niggas no more. These niggas are good and gone.
Yeah,
they good and gone. Yeah, they did that. They killed their first version of themselves. Now they somewhere else spending millions and millions of dollars, and then they got y'all worried about this shit.
Right, they went to Mexico, got that the plastic surgery deal for about 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? Got their whole body did for about 10 grand. Got some pec implants, some calf implants, and all that. Now they look all big and swole. Got the face fixed up. Sat in the sun for about 3 good days. Now they look like their name was Hector or Julio or something like that. You know what I mean? So yeah. Hey,
they sitting at the bar. They sitting at the bar with bitches. It's like, oh my God, that's so fucked up. And they like, yeah, I'm about to get some pussy off that. Yeah, that is fucked up, ain't it, man? I don't understand what's going on. Why can't nobody?
Oh wow, yeah, babe. That's
wild. Oh my God.
Come here,
what
babe.
You drinking, mama?
Come here, let me talk to you. What you
right?
Man, come on, man.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
I ain't say
I'm not praying. Well, yeah, right on.
To their first life. Thoughts and prayers. Prayers to their first life.
That's what you chose to do, man. I mean, Now, don't get me wrong. If I die from doing some dumb shit, y'all have every right to roast me for doing the dumb shit I did. Y'all have every right to roast. I mean, first of all, I'm dead. I don't give two shits. I'm dead. So, but especially if I did some dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? Like if I get carjacked, please hold a vigil. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm just like, I'm just out there and I was like, you know what, man, I just wanted to see what a power line tastes like. You know what I'm saying? And I tell everybody about it before I go ahead and do it. Like, but I'm like, let me go ahead. Now, I was sitting there broadcasting, hey, y'all, I'm about to taste this power line. I just want to see what the power line tastes like. It ain't going to taste that bad. What you think it tastes like, y'all? No. Yeah, plug in power line. Yeah, let's do a pause. Right, I'm going to do it.
Devin, you got to put the icing on the cake. Not only do you want to do that, you know a nigga that's gonna charge you 50 grand to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, yeah.
Right, he
My
got
homie
the best
at
for you.
Evergy gonna hook me up. My homie at
Right.
Evergy said that he got the hookup, so he gonna put me in the little basket and take me up there for about 50 grand.
Right.
And man, I'm gonna go ahead. I can do it, and we gonna go live when we do it. All right, y'all ready? Here we go.
Right.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta.
You gonna do it that slow? You gonna do it in slow motion?
I'm just saying, man. Sometimes, man, that's why, like Lindsay said earlier, man. That's why I love black people on Black Twitter, man, because nigga, sometimes we just call out shit. You gotta call that when some fuck shit is some fuck shit. You gotta call it out.
That's it.
Yeah, straight up. That shit was.
That's some fuck shit. Even if everything that I'm talking about is a complete lie, and them people did die. The fact that how the media covered it, because the media knew these people were dead, and they strung us along. So the fact that, you know what I'm saying, the fact that it even went like that.
You think the media knew, or
they
knew
the
and
media
they didn't
knew?
want to
Why
tell
come
them?
out? Why come out with this bullshit about, you know, we hearing something every 30 minutes? All this shit, like the powers to be in the media knew, hey man, them people dead from real.
Like,
I
Or
don't think the media
they didn't
knew.
find nobody. They like, them people got they lost in the South. These people gone.
I don't think the media knew. I think the powers that be knew, and they didn't tell the media, because the media would have leaked that shit. That would have got leaked.
No, they wouldn't. I don't think
The
so.
small
I
media that
think so. I think it would have.
Big media knew.
Leaked.
Big media knew.
Well,
Everything that we seen is covered on.
You can make an
We seen
argument
it covered
that
on
big
big
media
media.
knew.
Here's the thing. Let me
Let me
just ask y'all a question, even though I probably know the answer already. If that was 5 black people, you think it'd get put that much effort into searching?
No.
Nah.
No, what they would have done was they would have argued with whose responsibility is it. They would have spent them 40 hours. They would have spent them 40 hours arguing with
the
who
last
was
40
supposed
hours.
to go
Yeah,
before.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
They look at us as like criminals
people
anyway.
chose to do this themselves.
right.
So now we have to
Yeah,
spend our taxpayer dollars to go and get these people who chose to go down this treacherous road by themselves.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If it was a black billionaire and 4 other black multi-millionaires,
So Tyler
like
Perry,
that would
Chris
happen.
Brown,
they
Bow
judges.
Wow.
Yeah, they judges as criminals anyway, so they would have figured that shit out. No, they would have found out where we was quick as fast. Like you said it. Like nigga, if it was JD, Bow Wow, DMX, Jay-Z. I mean, excuse me, not DMX. Rest in peace, DMX. Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, and Kanye West. Oh, they would have figured that shit out in 24 hours. They would have seen where them niggas was, and they would have arrested them niggas.
Yeah, because you shouldn't have been down there in the first place.
Yeah. They'd have been like, first of all, niggas don't even swim. Why
They
did
would
y'all
have
get
came up with some law. Right, they would have came up with some law that you're not supposed to mess with historical artifacts in the sea. And,
Yeah, all day.
Mhm.
All day.
Yeah. This definitely would have been a totally different coverage.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, so that's Ocean Gate. So next up is top 5 Tiny Desk concert. Oh
Yeah.
Before we do that, shots by Miko. She says and then charge definitely. Definitely.
Say it, babe. You're right.
Yep.
Right. And then posthumously charged. We have to charge their estates. Their estates owe us. Like, wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Like, we got to make sure we freeze the government be like, we got to make sure we freeze their accounts so no money ends up moving
Nobody
anywhere.
the money. Mm-hmm.
Get all their trusts, anything that they have. Nah, we don't care. Get the trust, get the LLCs,
Yep.
all them little
Hey
S1
man, Blue Ivy
corporations
would
they
have got
got.
all that trust taken away from her.
Bruh.
But you know, there is an
Bruh.
argument out there saying that their estates should be charged. That argument is out there
Yeah,
because it was like over
do you
$6
think it
million
will though?
in that breast unit. No,
But do you think it will?
I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
I think it just is what it is. But it's
And
some
if it
bullshit.
is, and if they do it, do you think them niggas are sitting over in Asia giving a fuck about it?
No. No.
Shit,
Not at all.
they transferred all their money over. They switched bank accounts is cool.
Right. Right. So, but yeah. So, yeah. Who wants to go first with their list on the top 5 Tiny Desk concert?
I'll let Lee go.
I bet I go. Mine is simple. You know, no particular order. Damon Marley, that Tiny Desk was fire as fuck.
Yes.
Rod Wave's fucking his Tiny. First of all, that was the first time I seen Rod Wave. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And I was like, damn, that's a big ass, chubby little bitty ass dude, man. Like, oh, that's fly. Like, you know, I was like, damn, creativity come in every which way, shape, and form.
Yeah, it doesn't have a weight limit. Like,
Huh?
I said it doesn't have a weight limit.
It doesn't. And like that, but that was the first time I seen him. So I'm like, damn, that's Rod Wave. Do your thing, my nigga. My second one is my third one is Anderson .Paak in the Free Nationals. Oh my God.
Bruh.
I was
Okay.
a fan of the album Malibu, and for him to perform that shit, I thought that shit was amazing. After that, I'm gonna have to give it to Usher. And then my last one, I'm gonna say is Toby. Toby's
In weird way.
shit was dope. Now I do have 2 honorable mentions, and my 2 honorable mentions is Too Short and 2 Chainz. It's funny how it's 2 and 2. But shit, hey, listen, I fuck with 2 Chainz heavy, and like Too Short been that nigga since I was a baby. So and like I just, you know what I'm saying, respected the shit out of they Tiny Desk.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, you got like 3 of mine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anderson .Paak, Usher, and oh man, what was the other one you said? I can't remember. But
I got
I'm
Damon Marley.
Damon Marley. That's it. That was
okay.
it. So then I'll add to that Chance the Rapper. And the one I just saw, who was it? Charlie Wilson. Charlie Wilson was, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I already knew he was decent, but that was nice. Like it was real smooth. And then my honorable mentions, I'll say are Kirk Franklin, even though I don't listen to gospel like that, but Kirk Franklin, because he always got a nice sound. And T-Pain. Only because that was my first time actually hearing him sing without any other auto-tune or anything. And I was like, oh,
fun fact, that's not the first time you've heard him sing without auto-tune. He did not use auto-tune in
I'm Sprung song.
No, he used it. I'm Sprung. I'm in Love with a Stripper. He did not.
So that was him?
That was him.
Okay.
So that was him. I'm in love with a stripper. That was him.
That was him.
I just knew stripper was straight up out of
She rolling.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
But that's what I got.
I said that earlier. I let Lindsay know earlier. Like that was the first time I thought. I thought I heard T-Pain actually sing.
Yeah. Yeah. So here go my top 5.
Usher killed that though. I
Usher.
ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were talking before we went live about Ushers. I think Ushers hit that much harder because they premiered it literally the day after the Omarion versus Mario. So I believe wholeheartedly that's the reason why it hit that much harder. But yeah, I have Usher. I
Okay.
have Trina. I have
Oh, the baddest
T-Pain.
bit. Yeah, I heard about. Yeah, I didn't see that
Yeah,
one.
hers was dope. I have T-Pain. I have Charlie Wilson, and I have Babyface.
Okay.
Yeah,
I heard Babyface was decent. I didn't see that one either. I'm gonna have to check
Babyface
that out.
was good.
There was
Babyface
this-
was so good. That's the reason why I came up with this idea to put this on this list. And then I started like just pulling up Babyface songs because like Babyface is one of those people that my mom listened to when I was growing up. So like that Whip Appeal album, yeah.
Oh yeah. There was this one that I saw recently. I only saw like maybe they were doing 2 songs, and I don't know who they were, but them dudes was killing, and they was like gay as hell. You know what I'm saying?
I seen
You
that.
talking about
they had
Ron
on,
or his name?
girl outfits and the dude, but they was like and like 4 and 5 part harmony, and I was like, these niggas are crazy.
Yeah, you talking about what's his name? Duran. You talking about Duran? His was
that's
dope.
what that was?
I've been watching him.
I
I've
had
been watching
never
him
heard of
for
him before.
forever.
I saw that and I was like,
name is Duran.
oh,
Like he used to go by. Yeah, they were dressed up like the Proud Family. And
is that what
like I've been
that's
watching
what
him
it
for
was?
forever. Yeah,
Yes,
that's what it
yes.
was. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he
Like,
got
he
the
used to
glass.
go by,
Oh snap! Okay.
And he had the hair and everything. Yeah. But like he used to go by Alcohol Harmony back in the day. And like he used to do these songs, like he used to make up songs and put them on YouTube. And like his voice is like top tier. And he does like background vocals. Like he I think like Erykah Badu is one person that he toured with, and then he's toured with a couple other people. But like his voice is top tier. Like he's amazing. He's amazing. And he's coming here. I want to say at the end of the year he'll be here because he's going on tour. But yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I would honestly consider checking it out, even though you know what I'm saying I don't really rock with the whatever, but just musically, I ain't seen him like that.
I heard a couple of times his song. He's really good.
Man.
His name is Duran Bernard or Bernard.
Bernard.
Duran Bernard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he was killing the game. He was killing it.
Yeah,
like this little dude
awesome.
here, he was him and his background vocals. I mean, homie had a whole goatee and then had the flower in his head. And I'm like, what am I looking at? All right, just close your eyes and listen. Just close your eyes and listen. Oh wow, this sounds amazing. It looked great.
So it's funny that you said that. I just thought that was the what he chose for his band to step out in. Like I knew you know who he is and how he represents himself. So I already knew who that was. I didn't even put the Proud Family two together until you just said that.
I didn't know nothing about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like I said, I've been following him for forever. So I think he may have said it on Twitter because I was like, that outfit looks familiar. I'm like, I know this is a costume. Like it wasn't because that ain't how he normally dressed. So I was like, I know this is a costume, but I couldn't put it together. Then when he said it, I'm like, oh.
Now that you say that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the dude from the front. Yeah, who's always slick and stuff. And
it was like Steve Harvey's character. Yeah,
was it Steve Harvey?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I think that was Steve Harvey's character that he was dressed up as.
Okay.
Yeah,
he killed that though.
Yeah, but
seriously.
Yes. His Tiny Desk is dope. Mm-hmm. So that would be an honorable mention of mine. And then Tank had a good one. And the only part that sucks about doing the top 5 list now is because Juveniles hasn't came out yet. Like they've already filmed it, but they haven't even told us the release date. But it's for Black Music Month, so it's gonna come out before the end of the month. But I can't wait for that one. That one looks like it's gonna be like the best one ever.
You know,
And
I know this is
like he's been getting his flowers lately. Like people have been really loving he's been getting his flowers lately. They've been really loving Juvie right now. So shout out to him. What were we gonna say?
I was just gonna say I know this ain't exactly the same thing, but you remember MTV Unplugged when it was good?
Yeah.
Like when anytime I see Tiny Desk, I always think about when Kanye West did his MTV Unplugged. To me, that shit was amazing. It was fucking amazing. Just wanted to say it.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what's better. I'm gonna tell you what's better than the Kanye West Unplugged. The Kanye West Storytellers that he did on VH1. Have you ever watched that? It came out right after 808s and Heartbreaks. You have to go online.
Wasn't fucking with him.
Oh, okay. But yeah, go online and look up VH1 Storytellers, Kanye West. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Okay.
So
I will check that out.
But yeah. So
them Chicago niggas definitely was like, nah, I wasn't fucking with that nigga back then. Like
I wasn't.
Straight up. Nigga, like
this shit right here. This shit right here. What does that say? I keep it with me.
Yeah.
Man, them Chicago niggas was like, nah, we wouldn't. I wouldn't fuck with that nigga.
So sidebar, what would make you stop fucking with Kanye around the 808s and Heartbreaks time?
Man, what would I don't think it was anything in particular at that time. I was just like, I didn't like the direction that he was going. I wasn't like, don't get me wrong, he put out some nice music then too, but I just wasn't, at least for me, I wasn't feeling the shit that he was putting out because I was still expecting, you know what I'm saying? Like Dropout is completely different than 808s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so Dropout is what made me fall in love with his music. Whereas 808s was just like, okay, who is this for? I don't know if this is for me. Whereas I felt like Dropout was talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so anything and everything that was around that era of music, I was like, this makes me feel, every time I play that shit, I feel like I'm at the crib still. You know what I'm saying? Versus 808s, that just sounded like, okay, this is more commercial. This is for everybody. And I get it. This is more of a you know, his audience expanded and he wanted to expand his music as well and wanted to delve into different eras and areas within the genre. But as far as I'm concerned, I was like, all right. I still like good lyrics, and his lyrics wasn't really on par. The music was dope, but the lyrics wasn't what they were in Dropout.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to hear what
I'm a lyrics dude. So if you like, if the music sounds good, that's one thing. But if you ain't saying shit, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna take some good ass presentation to hold me. And since I didn't have much access to videos at the time, I was only listening, and I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah. Okay. I like to hear what people think because I know a lot of people criticize 808s, and 808s is my favorite Kanye.
Is it?
So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's weird.
But
like,
he was going through a lot of pain.
He was
going through a lot of pain.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And one thing I have noticed though, when I talk to like women who like music and stuff, a lot of women say that that's their favorite Kanye album.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I must not talk to a lot of women about music because I'm usually the only one that's like 808s. You know?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So, but. So yeah, did you have any thoughts, Lily? Because you're just like, yep.
I mean, yeah. I mean, shit. You know, hey, listen. I mean, I liked 808s. My favorite Kanye album was Graduation.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's all I have to say about
Graduation was
that.
dope too. Yeah.
You said what?
Yeah.
I said Graduation was dope too.
Yeah, that was my favorite. That was my favorite Kanye album.
Yeah. You know, because you're here for the drunken hot girls. Yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
All
right. So the fucked up song of the podcast, and it is brought to you by Mr. Bobby Brown off of his second album, Don't Be Cruel, and it is the song Don't Be Cruel. So who wants to read it? I'll do the rap. Okay, I'll send it to you. I can do the rap if you don't want the rap.
I was about to pull it up, but shit, since my man Seven said he gonna do it, I won't let him do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
All right, give me a second. Pull that up right quick. Okay. The
Yeah,
whole thing?
Yeah.
All right. Girl, the only thing that matters in my life is that I'm down for you and treat you right. You've got no call to treat me cold as ice. Oh, girl. As long as I've been
I hear your background.
Right, you hear my wife upstairs singing? You hear this?
Sing, Miko, sing.
We're not to that part yet.
Well, your wife heard Bobby Brown. She said, "Girl, hey."
Like, let me do this right. This is my song. You ain't about to mess up my song.
You ain't got to send me no lyrics or nothing. I got this.
Man.
Run it.
Oh, girl. As long as I've been giving my love to you, you should be giving me your love too. But you just keep on acting just like a fool. You know it ain't cool. Don't be cruel. Because I would never be that cruel to you. No. No. Don't be cruel. Girl, you need to change your attitude. No. Don't be cruel. Can you still hear this?
Mm-hmm.
Get away from the go somewhere.
Let her know, unless you want to come down and perform it, she can't keep doing it.
Right. Unless you're gonna come downstairs and perform it. Go somewhere with all that noise, woman. Hey, yo, Kimmy, what's up with this attitude? I thought I was being real good to you. I treat you sweet, take you out at night, but you never say thanks, girl. That ain't right. I bought you diamonds, even gave you pearls. I took you for a cruise all around the world. I treat you high, post, but you play me close. If I want to drink up, you won't even toast. Girl,
That's good.
Work so hard for you from 9 to 5 so you could have the finer things in life. Since you're the kind that's never satisfied. Oh, girl. As long as I've been giving my heart to you, you heard that shit, you should be giving me your heart too. But you just keep on acting just like a fool. You know it ain't cool. Don't be cruel. Goes back into the hook. All right. So you want to do the oh, I'm sorry. Wait. That's right. From fancy cars to diamond rings, I've just about given you everything. There's really not much I won't do for you. I bought you 12 yellow roses and candy too. Candy, nigga. I like be up front and never play the back. But the way you treat me, girl, is like a heart attack. I'm real trooper. And with all the times that you were by my side digging dollars out of crop. The hell that mean? Oh, girl. As long as I've been giving my love to you, you should be giving me your love too. You just keep on acting just like a fool. You know it ain't cool. It just ain't cool. Ow! Don't be cruel. Hit
it.
Right. We used to hang out tough, just kicking around. We discovered the love that had never been found. You gave me your heart, I gave you my mind, but a true love affair we could never find. I know I want you back, I can let you go, because there's a lot of girls out there that won't say no. No to the fact that I want you, Jackie. I want you more than human eyes can see. But you had to start illing, try to make a killing. Thought about the dollars I made, and you were willing to be with me, Bobby B. But with a bad attitude, I can't compete. Now you know my name. Now I know your game. You want to be with me, you got to be the same way that another girl would be. And if you want to be with me,
don't be cruel.
There we go.
Because I would never be that cruel to you. No. Don't be cruel. A girl, you need to change your attitude. No. Don't be cruel. Because I would never be that cruel to you. No.
Don't be. Don't be.
Girl, you need to change your attitude. No. We used to hang out. Lord. You want to do the rap again, right?
It just goes in the air.
Right.
No,
you got to go back into it. All right.
No, we good.
So this
thank you.
Yes. I'll be here all week.
You.
I do my performances, you know what I'm saying, live and in color if you need.
Right. Don't forget
Fun fact. This was partially written by Babyface.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not know that. I'm just sitting right here. Mm-hmm. Antonio Reed, Daryl Simmons, Kenneth Babyface Edmonds. I'm like, wait. L.A. Reid and Babyface wrote this?
Yeah, they produced the majority of Don't Be Cruel, the album.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then he sings background on Ronan.
He sings background on Ronan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hear him.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Yep. So what are our thoughts, guys?
As far as the toxicity of the song.
Yeah. And why it would be fucked up.
I mean, it's
fucked up.
It kind of goes back to what I was saying about Will Smith. Diamond and Furs, I spent all I had, took a shot at it every day at Saks Fifth Ave. Like I'm doing all this stuff for some girl who ain't even gonna treat me right. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving everything for, you know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. All dudes want is somebody to be cooperative. They just want a cooperative woman. What's wrong with a woman to cooperate with them? What's wrong with having that? I can't even get that upstairs. No, just kidding.
You know, right?
No, but it's like, all you want is somebody to cooperate with you. So he's saying, well, how can I do that? Like I took you places, bought your things, treat you well, and all you want to do is treat me cold as ice. You know what I'm saying? Shun me, push me to the side, and say, you know what? And act like I ain't your type, but you still fucking with me for some reason. So obviously,
he's still fucking with her, so he liked that shit because ain't nobody telling him to stay.
I mean, you're right, but maybe he's just realizing as he's into it that, oh shit, I'm with a gold digger. Maybe this is like one of the first versions of Gold Digger. You know what I'm saying? Or one of the earlier versions, because I'm sure there's a whole bunch of songs about dudes talking about I spent money on the chick who ain't do shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying this is another version of Gold Digger, or a man not getting appreciated by his woman, and a man is only trying to find out like what do I do? What do I do? What do you want? How do I do it? Like, how do I get in so you're not so rude and cool or cruel to me?
But, you know, we only looking at it from one side. So maybe that's not her love language. Maybe her love language is something else that he's not providing. So, yeah, you can buy me on the
that's what I'm saying. So he's doing everything that he knows. But and even in that, he's saying, I've done all this. And you didn't deny it. You didn't say, no, don't buy me things. No, don't give me stuff. You didn't say none of that. All you did was take it and then be mad at me because I'm still not speaking your love language. Well, how about you tell me what the fuck you speak? all I talk is money. Like if all I talk is money, then either you need to reciprocate in money, or you need to be like, you know what? I don't really speak money, babe. Let me tell you how I talk. I talk body language. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what it is, say that. But you ain't saying nothing but taking everything that I'm spitting and giving, and you acting like this is working when it ain't.
Well, no, she's not acting like it's working. Because remember on the video, she was not feeling him at all.
You're right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say is this, and I've said this countless times before, and I'm glad that it comes full circle. Listen, every man walking this God green earth is gonna be a simp. You either be a simp young, or you be a simp when you old. But either way it go, you're gonna be a simp. This is a song about a simp. You know, that's simply what it is. This is a song about a simp
song. Okay.
It's a simp song. You know, because listen, it for me, when I was dating out here in these streets, it took twice. I ain't gonna say one time, it took twice for me to understand a bitch, you know what I'm saying? It's just only using me for what I can do for her before I vomit my nose. Before that, I was in a whole ass relationship before I realized a bitch was actually playing me to get what she wanted. You know, I tell you people all the time on this podcast, I'm too grown to lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, every nigga play a simp role, and then you have to step back because sometimes you be love overweigh that shit. Love make you think that simp shit is supposed to be for real. You got to break away from that to understand you was being a simp, my nigga. Like, don't hold no grudges over that bitch because, you know, that bitch was just doing what she naturally knows how to do. You can't be mad at her. You got to understand that at that point you was being a simp. Forgive yourself and move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. This is a song for simps.
I think he was, if anything, this is him talking about what happened. I know he's talking about it in present tense, but I think this is more like this is already after the fact. And he was just like, this is what I went through. You know what I'm saying? This was somebody
this nigga called names.
Kimmy.
That nigga called Jackie out for being a piece of shit.
Hey yo, Kimmy, what's up with this attitude? I'm just saying. So go ahead.
Nah, you good? That's the honest to God truth. That's what I was saying. Like, this shit is just, you know, it's a fucked up song because, you know, niggas don't be believing they Simpson. So they be like, yeah, that was some fucked up shit that happened to me. Like, nah, it's chess, not checkers out here. And that woman was playing chess with you. And you fucked up. I ain't saying you can't bounce back, but nigga, at that moment, you got to play. You did all this shit and you still ain't got no pussy, my nigga. The only thing I can pat myself on the back is even though them bitches was playing me, I still fucked them hoes. No, they can't take that back.
You know what? I still fucked you.
So let me look at this from a different perspective, right?
Okay.
Is Bobby being selfish? Because
Hell
he
no.
starts off saying the only thing that matters in my life is that I'm down for you and treat you right. Like he so kind of like going to what Linz is saying. Like he wasn't taking her feelings or whatever into perspective. Now I get it. It's like, nigga, again, I talk money. If you don't talk money, if you don't understand that this is my one of the 5 love languages, then I need you to let me know what the hell yours is. But at the same time, don't sit, don't take what I'm giving and then don't give me anything else in the process. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like this is all good when it ain't. And I think,
well, if we're going off of,
yeah,
if we're going off of that first line that you brought up, says the only thing that matters in my life is that I'm down for you and treat you right. You have no cause to treat me cold as ice. It's like this is the start of the conversation. Like this has been going on for a second, a minute, however long, and they haven't had this discussion. So he feels like what he's been doing thus far is being right. I mean, is being down for her and treating her right. But there is some type of disconnect there because what he's doing obviously is not her love language, and she's not being, in his words, appreciative of what he's doing. But he's not instead of him asking what's going on, he's accusing her of being cruel. So he's starting off the conversation in a negative way instead of trying to figure out what's going on so it can be fixed. If that makes sense.
It makes total sense. That's why I said the whole point of it for me was you can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at her on that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad. Yeah. It is no way in life. You don't hold grudges. I mean, you can point it out. Say what it is. Say what it is. This bitch just played me for my money because that shit happens all the time. But like everybody is saying, what you two guys are saying on the panel is, the whole love language thing. That's not her love language. That's not her love language. I'm gonna say this. Sometimes these bitches don't have no love language. What they have is transfers and funds
transactional language.
And that's what
transactional languages.
Yeah, that's what.
But I think it's deeper than that, because for it to be at a point where he's saying the only thing that matters in my life is that I'm down for you and treat you right. You're not doing that on a transactional type of situation.
You're not.
You know
you're
not.
That's
what I'm saying. That for somebody, but you're not going to say that for somebody that you just tricking off to. You're saying that for somebody that you're actually in a relationship with.
And this is the whole point about it. That's why I said in the beginning, some niggas is simps. Because some niggas will wholeheartedly dive into some shit like that, doing everything that they know they doing just to be around this whole, knowing ain't none of that. And excuse me before I say that, because I ain't trying to disrespect the women that be on this. But these dudes are doing everything they need to do to be around her, but ain't even trying to figure her out. That's why I said it ain't got nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, the situation of being mad and shit. Like these niggas is just they trying to play the blame game. We can't play the blame game if all I did was just trick to be around you. Like then you should have known what it was. A lot of niggas don't get it at first. Because when you young and you got money, and Bobby Brown's the whole thing, when you young and you got money, that's all you think it needs to be. You know what I'm saying, to be the man you is. Now I'm gonna do whatever I need to do for you to make sure that you cool and you all right and you good. For me, in my mind, it's just all you doing is just spending money. Making sure she protected by spending money, making sure she got the best things in the world by spending money. You tricking. You a simp. You're being a simp. You ain't even trying to figure out what she even talking about. So yeah, she already know what it is. She gonna play you until it's done.
Yeah.
until she's done
Yeah,
dealing
so
with
shots by Miko. So shots by Miko says that should legitimately be added to the love language handbook as something to look out for, in my opinion, as well as homo sapienism. Yeah, I can get behind that.
I'm
I can get behind that.
Shots by Miko. Shots by Miko. I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't nothing gonna stop a homo sapien.
There's always gonna be a fat chick who needs some attention and a dude who down on his luck who don't mind laying on the couch.
Exactly.
There's always gonna exist. Look at even Lizzo had a couple, I'm sure.
Well, you keep watching that 600-pound life. You always catch that one nigga.
Oh man.
That you know good and damn well because she too big to be fucking. You know what I'm saying? But I love her to death. No, you don't. You like that Social Security and you not working. Or excuse me, not the Social Security, that disability and you ain't working.
Bruh. Yeah.
Yo. Man,
that
look.
Ain't never done.
Man, look. That 600. Man, look. We about to take a left. That 600-pound life. Damn near all them bitches we had.
All of them get a man. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what am I doing wrong in my life?
And not only do they got a man,
they got big enough. You ain't big enough. You need to up your caloric caloric intake.
Yeah. I swear, Miko, as soon as you gain 300 pounds, watch a nigga watch over you hand over fist.
Okay. Like I saw one episode where this lady couldn't even fit in the tub no more, and her boyfriend had her on the porch and was cleaning her with a water hose.
On God, I just watched that this morning.
You said,
it was actually the back porch, because the back porch got the fence, so can't nobody see her.
Oh,
yeah. I was just like, you know what?
He plugs the hose up to the. This the whole shit. This is shit that fuck you up, Seven. Like, check this shit out. This nigga plugs the hose up to the hot water of the fucking washing machine.
Yeah.
Turns the water on and then sprays his bitch down.
Is he getting in the creases? Getting all up in the creases?
He getting in all that shit.
Yeah. She like bends over on the banister. She bends over on the banister and he gets all in the creases and crevices. Yeah.
He prop up like you know them Instagram models when you see them propping up on the balcony. Then nigga, that's how she prop up on that wood ass fucking porch. And he sprayed that ass down.
Right. Like literally.
Shit. Oh my God.
I love my 600-pound life.
Yeah.
I swear to God, that's my go-to.
Okay.
You know how bitches be having. I'm sorry, because I don't want to disrespect nobody and call them bitches. But you know how women.
Do you know the comedian? Do you know the comedian Justin Whitehead?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Have you heard of him? Okay, so Justin Whitehead, he's a comedian. Mm-hmm. He's like from Atlanta. Okay, so you got to go look him up on Facebook and on Instagram, because what he does videos where he sits and watches 600-pound life, and they are the funniest shit
about them bitches.
He gets on their head, and because that's his thing. Like, he just be mad going off, and the shit be hilarious. Like, he be like raising his blood pressure going off. The shit is fucking funny. I came across him when Surviving R. Kelly had first came out, and he did a watch. He did a watch, and he snapped on that show. And when I tell you, that shit was the funniest shit in America. So now what he does, because he goes on tour, so now what he does with his tour is he also does where he'll watch My 600-Pound Life live with an audience, and he'll just watch an episode and go off on the episode. So
that shit is fire.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, look him up on Facebook. His page is comedian Justin Whitehead.
Justin Whitehead. All
So,
right.
yeah.
Let me check him out.
Super sidebar about this. You know, Jasmine, because Jasmine be watching this shit with me. Because like if I wake up like in the middle of the night and can't go back to sleep, this is my go-to show. I'm like, I start seasons over all the time. Right now I'm back on the 5th season. Listen, one thing about Jasmine, it fucks me up because Jasmine be like, why do these fat motherfuckers always make pizza look so good when they eat it? I die laughing. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I start paying attention. It's like all of these fat motherfuckers eat pizza.
Yeah.
And
lasagna. That lasagna be looking heat.
Man, and they be eating the shit out of me. I was like, damn, yeah. I'm like, boy, a motherfucker just sitting there because you know Jasmine pregnant. So like she look at this shit and be like, damn, that pizza look good. I'm like, that's what they do. They just advertise all this fat ass bullshit that they putting in their body to basically kill themselves quick. And you know, I know I smoke and I drink and I do all that shit, but like one thing I'm not gonna do is lay in the bed and make Jasmine make 16 fucking pieces of chicken just for me.
Right. Shots by Miko says Hoarders is mine. Ooh, I can't do Hoarders. I can't do Hoarders.
Oh yeah, that shit is ridiculous. I be seeing that shit. They be having rats and shit just walking. They be walking on top of furniture because the junk be as tall as the furniture and shit, and rats and roaches be all up in and under that. Then as soon as they decide to bring somebody in and be like, okay, we're gonna clean up your crib, they be sitting there going the hell off a damn piece of furniture or mail or some shit that they ain't seen since 1983 in this bitch. They be like, no, my whole world is falling apart. Like, nigga, your whole house is falling apart. Ho, do you see this shit? Do you see what the fuck you living right now?
Right.
Bruh.
Yeah, I can't do it.
The best Hoarders I ever seen, it was a dude. It was an old dude, and he was a super hoarder. He hoarded everything, and like his shit was like fucking roach infested, and like bro, like it was almost like a cartoon. Like this nigga would be talking, and like roaches would just crawl out his fucking shirt, and I was like, God damn, this is really like
wearing them.
This nigga was really Oscar the Grouch. Like this nigga just had this fucking bugs on it. They got to a point he didn't even feel that shit no more. He didn't give a fuck.
Nope. No. And no.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's funny how you said no. I don't know if any of y'all pay attention, but they got a Walking Dead new series, and Negan is on that series, and he doesn't fuck with bugs at all. And they was running through the streets of Manhattan, and they ran into like this fucking trash patch, and like a bunch of these fucking roaches just started crawling out. And that nigga looked at that shit and was like, "Nope, we not crawling through there. We about to run through all them zombies because I be damned if I run through that shit."
Like,
that
these
nigga
niggas are alive. Let me go fuck with the dead.
Risk death instead of going through that shit.
I'll fuck with the dead. Don't fuck with nothing alive like that. No, I'm good.
That nigga legit.
I would have done the same thing.
No,
I would have done the same thing. I'm not even gonna hold you. But yeah, so that's Don't Be Cruel. I don't have any.
Real quick, I was gonna say. So the song that it wasn't "Girls in Nothing But Trouble" is the song called "You Got It" by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. That's what I was saying. My bad.
There we go.
Okay.
Because the hook would just say, "You got it," because he was basically saying, like, when he first met the chick, like she, everybody that tried to get with it, they couldn't get him, and then she came and he was like, "I got my car outside." She was like, "Nah, not yet." Then I told her it's a vet. She said, "Bet, only in one condition, you gotta let me drive it." She kissed me on the lips, and I said, "You got it." So that's how the shit went.
Again, shout out to you for knowing fucking Will Smith. Oh my
nigga,
God.
I tell you, I was a fan. I ain't gonna lie.
I can't hold you for knowing him because I'm listening to the lyrics like, damn, Will Smith really could spit for real.
He had some nice little battle rhymes back in the day too. That was kind of wild. People didn't think that he had that, but I'm like, nah, Will Smith was that. He has some shit for niggas for a minute. They just didn't take him serious because he looked nice. Everybody else who battled looked like they was grimy and shit, but Will just was he dressed nice, looked nice, whatever. But he had lyrics. You know why I'm glad he had it, and I really, really hate a sucker stepping to me. That's a perpetrator. When you're tied to stay in the Terminator, it's like setting up a detonator. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's fucking with niggas.
That's crazy. But like, it's that was, it's gonna be plenty of niggas that will say like, nah, Will have bars.
Yeah, he absolutely did.
Only thing I will say is I knew Will Smith was the shit when Nas wrote Miami. A lot of people don't even know that Nas wrote that for Will Smith. I said, damn, this
really
have hella pull to get Nas to write Miami.
Nas wrote that. I didn't know that.
Nas wrote Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Dang.
That sounds like something Will Smith should have wrote. Yeah.
Exactly. He went on his Will Smith wave. That is the only
like,
way you can go on a Will Smith wave is if you know his lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah. But you know that Jay-Z wrote Still DRE for Dr. Dre and Snoop.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Did I know that? That sounds familiar. I think I knew that.
Yeah. Sometimes that just shows how dope they pens be when they can write for somebody else.
If you listen to Dre's verse, you can tell Jay-Z wrote it.
That's why 808s to me didn't hit, because that's when Sci-Hi was no longer ghostwriting for Kanye. Sci-Hi the Prince. Just thought about that. Yep. Because that nigga got bars. Oh, he got bars. Ridiculous bars. Still. He's still spitting.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But that was Don't Be Cruel by Bobby Brown, everybody. We
right.
No, it's 7. I
it was all of us, right?
This shit ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, and not to exclude you on that shit, but that shit ain't got nothing to do with you. Boy, me and Lindsay take some less on this shit. We should call this shit the left.
Right, like seriously.
No, then the political folks will start getting mad at you. They're not progressive.
Right. Then there's that. We should do a drinking game. Every time we take a left, next time we should take a shot. We'll be
Nigga,
wasted.
come on, man. Last time I played a drinking game, every time I play a drinking game at your house, I end up not leaving your house.
Yeah, I'm about to say, if we do that, I got to be stationary. I can't just be like, Yeah.
Hey man, hey, listen, 7. The first time she had me over her house and she played a drinking game, I was so fucked up, nigga. I didn't even notice, nigga. I spilled Rotel all over this lady's fucking kitchen.
Oh damn! No, you didn't.
Yeah, it was in the carpet. It was on the tile. It was everywhere.
Oh, did you clean it up?
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing. I didn't know I did it.
Did you spill it and pass out?
He cleaned it up.
Yeah, I cleaned it up. I didn't know it was there till it was time for me to go the next day. Yeah, I didn't even know it was there till I was about to leave the next day, and I'm like, wait, what is on the floor? Yeah.
That's how fucked up she had me. And I'm like, she called me like, nigga, you was fucked up. I'm like, what? She like, dude, you had Rotel all over my floor. I'm like, I am so sorry.
Oh.
But yeah.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, the drinks were pouring that day.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But yeah. So I don't have any final thoughts. 7, do you have any final thoughts?
Practice safe sex because pregnant girlfriends destroy marriages. That's my final thought.
Well,
as said by Corey Holcomb.
Oh
My
my
wife's
God.
least favorite comedian.
Yeah.
I love.
That
Shout out to Corey
that's
Holcomb.
another
I love
conversation
Corey
there.
Holcomb.
Oh man.
He is a professional asshole.
But he,
I love
hey,
I
but
love
he
him.
be on point more times than he missed.
Yeah,
I say
I
that.
love Corey Holcomb.
He
Man.
hit way more than he missed.
He's a
I
real
don't, I,
mistake. Like you can't if you don't fuck with Corey Holcomb, you know it's either you think he's not funny or you just ain't as real as Corey Holcomb is. You know what I'm saying? It's
I ain't
one
gonna lie. I'll say this for a minute. I stopped fucking with him because of that shit that happened with him and his boy, what was it, Alonzo?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So when all that shit happened, and I was like, nah, that was some straight hoe shit. Cause they had some shit, I guess, Zoe, cause you know, Zoe in the morning ended up beating up what's that damn comedian's name?
The nigga that did that bullshit with Ari Spears.
Ari Spears, yeah, he beat the shit out of Ari Spears on Corey's show, but because Zoe ain't got no money, Ari sued Corey. So with all that shit, you know, Corey's like, don't worry about it at first, and then he kind of came to Zoe like, hey man, this nigga suing me, you know what I'm saying? This about to cost me some bread, and Corey was like, I'm sorry, Zoe was like, all right man, I'm gonna hit this lick, and then I got you. And so instead of Corey just kind of keeping all that shit behind, you know what I'm saying, closed doors, keeping that shit in-house, he decided to make a fucking show about it, made a song about the nigga called Soon As I Hit a Lick, I Got You, Baby, some shit like that. And I'm like, okay, now you just clowning this nigga. And I'm like, okay, and then you know, try to have him back on the show, and then you still did some other shit where you clowned him a little some more. I'm like, okay, you doing whole shit now for real. I get it, you know what I'm saying? You fucking, but I just felt like he was just being a little bit too weird. So I'm like, all right, you don't do personal shit well. Anybody who's been close to him, except for maybe Darlene, is like they get close and then all of a sudden they ain't close no more. So like he was cool with Ryan Davis, they ain't cool no more. He was cool with that comedian Black Ron, they ain't cool no more. He's cool with Earthquake, they ain't cool no more. It's like, so I don't know what that shit is all about, but it seems like he got some weird shit about him when it comes to that shit. But as far as his commentary be on point. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I be like, man, you know, I'll see it, some shit that's like clipped, like I'll be watching other YouTube channels or something, and then I'll see that they've clipped something from something he said, and I'm like, man, yeah, that nigga is on point. He did, yeah, it do make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I can't deny that part. But as far as his interpersonal shit, that's some whole shit. So that's why I had stopped fucking with it for a while.
Understandable.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah. I think I just think Corey Holcomb is one of those people that he's been jaded so many times in the game where he just doesn't trust anybody. And so he doesn't have relationship building skills. And so that's why when things happen, like he just comes out with it because because he says it like, man, I don't know what I'm saying. Ain't none of you niggas my motherfucking friend. You niggas need to stop calling motherfuckers your brother and all that shit because these niggas will stab me in the back. This is how he runs his life. So he just has super crazy trust issues. So even when when he pull a nigga in, he's waiting on him to do the bare minimum of fucked up shit, and then he blasts him. Want to get him away from because he don't know what it is to like really fuck with a nigga.
Yeah,
I got you. I feel you. I can understand that. Oh shit.
Yeah.
This Will Smith shit came out a year after Don't Be Cruel.
So niggas was just on that shit back then. Sound like
niggas was just simping. Like niggas was simping. Niggas was Homer Simpson.
But I mean, at the time though, that's what it was. I mean, shit, that's what the vibe was because all the talk shows, especially then, was talking about how men ain't shit. You had Color Purple had come out around that time and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like everything black man did was the worst shit any damn way. So they was trying to find a way. Hey, baby, I'll give you everything, whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? That's how all that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? That's how all that shit started popping up. But niggas was like, well, whatever you need, I give you the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and all that shit. All that shit came out of that. But we don't want to be them fucked up niggas era. You know what I'm saying?
Man. So shit. Okay, let's.
Right.
So my final thought is
definitely make a point there. Yeah, let's hear Jerry's final thoughts.
So my Jerry's final thought is, just to piggyback off that, hey, listen, every last one of us is played and has been Homer Simpson. It happened, like I said, it happens when you're young, it happens when you're old. These things happen. And in the early 90s, we just seen it, you know, that the majority of the men that were coming out was simps, or they were showing simp behavior. Just because you're a simp in one point in your life, don't mean you cannot become a real one. Understand that we all have to go through different adversities and different things to understand our abilities as a man, as a woman.
A whole show just on that.
You know, just because your life turned out a certain way, or began a certain way, doesn't mean it has to end that way. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
All right. Well, we'd like to thank Seven for coming on again with us. And this is episode 85 of the Ish We Talk, and we will see you guys for episode 86. Bye.
Exactly.
Peace.